at the time. We should have gave her one of these first.
In other news, officials at the Pacific Nuclear Research Facility have denied the rumor that a case of missing plutonium was in fact stolen from their vault 2 weeks ago. A Libyan terrorist group had claimed responsibility for the alleged theft.
You're missing the big picture here. If time travel were possible, it would be the greatest ethical and philosophical conundrum of the modern age. You had that kind of power. What would you do? What would you change? Time travel. Great Scott.
Live right now.
Yes, that was fun. That'll be worth all the copyright strikes all day long.
That was awesome.
Cheers, Amberlaya. Thank you. Thank you guys for building an iconic set that I've been staring at for a month or two now.
Right there.
Yes.
I'm glad we got to put this together and get the set done out on the shelf and admired.
Right.
So I don't know about you guys, but I've been itching. Can we punch these tabs in or all systems go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me grab mine. Excuse me, honey.
Did somebody say, "Hey, Scott, I happen to be here"?
Great Scott here. What up, Ingrid? Triavor. Long time no see. Glad you're popping up and back in.
All right.
Getting out in the community again.
I
do have a helper with me, just FYI.
Lucky.
All good, all good. Nice to have some of your pieces handed to you once in a while.
Right.
heavier than I remembered.
So yeah, this is a punch tab box, but I kind of opened mine up to where it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're keeping your box?
I might.
That wasn't too bad, actually.
Don't judge.
That wasn't too bad. I mean, a little bit, but you tap it back in and shove it up against another box, and no one's going to know. That looks all right.
Right, exactly.
So we talked a little bit backstage. We got to do a round of questions. I'm sure all the people in chat land are curious. What model are we all building, and what is your favorite movie?
Awesome.
Moo.
Okay.
I'm building the third one, and my favorite movie is Jurassic Park.
Ah.
Hey, Cal. Hey, everybody.
Cliff did say he's a fan of all of them. There's not one of the Back to the Futures that really absolutely stole your heart or imagination over the other.
Nothing really stood out more than the others.
And of course, stickers. Nice. He needs to be joining a bit. KO, good to see you. Johnny G.
Hey, Oldendorf. Good day, Johnny G.
Appreciate it, Ingrid. Appreciate it. I am going to be building. Actually, I told Cliff I was going to jump to the back of the instructions because he was thinking on that third one, you still might be able to fold the wheels in.
I think so. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Anyone built this set before that can confirm or deny? Save me a bit of time.
Hey, KO.
I'd hate to build that third one and then realize I can't slide those wheels in.
Yeah, I don't know if that function gets disabled when you change it or build it a certain way.
It does just show you flipping the whole car over. It doesn't really, and it starts with the end of the third car. It flips the whole thing over, takes all those clear bricks out,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going with Cliff on this one.
I don't think.
All right. Am I correct that all versions of the car, like the first 10 bags, like the instructions are the same, and it's not till you get to bag 11 that it changes?
It makes sense to me. I don't know how they change them up.
Johnny G's built it, and he said, "Yep, all models the wheels fold in." So
Good.
I know Johnny G's built it because he brags about it.
Marty and Doc.
I'm going with Cliff's third one here. That does look the best. Oh, mute
I'll
myself.
mute if I open my bag.
Well, I think I'm going to build the Mr. Fusion version from Part 2, which was also shown at the end of Part 1.
Oh, that's true. Because when he comes in to tell Marty, like, it's something wrong, it's your kids.
Right. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
That's awesome. I was going to build that one, but I like the little extra details of the third one, and that had me sold on the wheels flipping in. That's what was leaning me towards that second one.
Of course, we got the most important part of it all, the brake separator.
I don't know what I'd do without that.
I'm gonna as far as the Back to the Future movies, the second one has always been my favorite. So I'm definitely building the second movie version of the DeLorean.
I guess if I had to choose, it would have to be the first one. That's just my opinion, but I like them all. But I don't like the wheels, so that's the reason why I went with the red ones.
Okay.
See, I might have to admit something here. Maybe it's my piss poor memory, excuse my language, my crappy memory, but I thought I've seen some of the other ones, but the only one I can really recall, and I went back and checked, and I watched half the movie this afternoon, was the first one.
I recently rewatched the second and third one with my daughter because I knew I wanted to build this, but I wanted to see the second movie again, and then of course the second movie led into the third.
I'm going to have to do that tomorrow, right after Good Morning Brick World.
I had just recently picked up all 3 of the movies on Blu-ray. So, Junior and I been watching a few months ago. We watched all 3 of them.
That's fun when you can share the throwback of those movies with your little ones.
Oh, yeah.
Might I recommend a good throwback, and the little ones might enjoy it, as Tom Hanks in Big.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
I do like that movie.
Happy weekend, Seth. That's a good one.
My daughter wanted me to mention that the reason we didn't watch the first movie was that well, I mean, Marty, his own mom falls in love with him, and she had a hard enough time with that, just the little bits of it in the second movie, that I knew the first movie would have just made her super uncomfortable, and she couldn't have watched it.
Right.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That'd be kind of weird. I get what that would be.
Why don't you tell them yourself?
To be honest, the reason I don't really want to watch the first movie is because I don't really like romance at all.
Romance,
I gotcha.
romance is lucky.
Romance, yeah, that's part of it.
Lucky.
More like Grossmance.
Gross man, that's a good one.
Hey, Haley.
Hey, Miss Haley.
Hello.
Cheers, Haley. Someone who's experienced in the DeLorean build.
Heck yeah.
Good.
If you have any questions, she can tell you it all. She's got a big old layout, Back to the Future
Right
layout.
there. Do you see where I am? Oh, hi.
Hi there, Wesley.
Hi, Wesley.
Hi there, kitty.
Are you going to help me build?
We got a kitty face.
Don't knock it over, Wesley. If you're here, you have to help me build.
Romance is
Don't forget
grody.
about me. I'm
That's
not
right,
saying
Seth.
you.
Well, I'm just saying Wesley. Like, oh, okay, I gotta pet a
Here's
kitty.
Richie, our tour world.
We're
Johnny,
being
my mom. Gotcha.
building.
Nice.
There we go. It goes there.
Romance is grody, says Seth. I hear you, especially on the TV. Haley, I hope everyone's having a good evening. No complaints this weekend. I had one stressful moment, but it kind of solved itself. So, oh crap! Hopefully, all is good.
You get to build a DeLorean? How much fun is this?
Excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited for this.
Honestly, me too. I had like the roughest week this week, so I am just happy to sit here and be building and just chilling.
Heck yeah.
No doubt. What up, Sidious?
What's up?
Hey
Eddie?
there.
Murphy's Law got you, but you still get some DeLorean build. I mean, some Back to Future build.
Yeah, I'm digging up my but I have the brickheads, the Marty and Doc brickheads.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
See, the issue was I did get the DeLorean set, but when I opened it, it was already built and full of blow. That old guy.
That's why I had to.
If anyone knows, John DeLorean, the designer of the DeLorean, got in trouble for smuggling drugs inside of his cars. So,
Yeah, they had to stop making DeLoreans because they kept sniffing up all the white lines off the road.
wow, that's
Oh
a
my
good
goodness.
one. It's sad. There's actually a good Netflix documentary about it. It's kind of sad that he had to resort to that, like, because he had a good thing going and he just mismanaged the finances so badly that he had to like do illegal stuff to try to save the company.
I didn't know that. That's a piece of history that they kind of keep in the backwash, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, you should watch the Netflix documentary. It's really good.
That's like our buddy Tim Allen there from Home Improvement. He's got a good little background story.
So
A
I've
lot of
heard.
people don't know about.
Yeah, he was filling the cars with with drugs and smuggling them in, like to make the money back.
Hey, if you got to import cars, I mean, why not just tuck her in the tires, get her done?
Right.
He was stuffing whole cars with them.
Oh, people are crazy.
It's an interesting documentary.
Oh, silly people.
That'd be funny.
No, but Amazon, it didn't come in time. I didn't know you were going to do it this Saturday, but
Cheers,
when
chef.
when I realized it, I ordered it, and Amazon's so weird. I guess it's because whatever closest hub has it to you, they like one hub had it, and they were sending it to me, and then it
Not
switched.
me.
Okay, so an interesting place that I found where you can get Lego sets that are not in stock normally is Barnes and Noble.
Oh yeah, they're always good like that. Even when when like all the new Star Wars sets come out and are sold out everywhere, Barnes and Nobles usually has at least most of them.
Well, that's where I got this DeLorean. When I got it originally, because it had been sold out forever on Lego.com. I had been checking and checking. It wasn't in the store. And then I found it on Barnes and Noble for like a in-store pickup, and I got it.
Yeah, I looked at the 4 near me and they didn't have it. There was one that had it an hour away, but I wasn't about to hike up an hour away.
Oh, yeah.
To get it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, it's on Lego.com now, but I mean, you wouldn't help you buy it for tonight.
Well, Amazon told me that I'd have it in 2 days, and then they basically said, "Oh, the hub that we were sending it from didn't have it, like we said, so it's coming from New Jersey." And then it took an extra day. I was hoping to get it today, but I'm getting it Monday.
I'll just have to spend a couple hours off camera. Unless you're a fast builder, you probably still might surpass me.
I'm a pretty quick builder, but it's it just depends. If I'm talking and chatting, then I'm slow with building. But if I'm like focused on it, I can rip through it usually pretty quick.
No race, Ingrid. I mean, if someone wants to let her go, let her go, let her rip.
I'm not racing.
I'm gonna enjoy the set.
This has got way too much Technic for me to try to build fast.
Hey,
Yeah, so far I'm counting those pins going, okay, damn it, don't screw it up.
I just effed up and had to backtrack a little bit myself.
Yeah, you got to focus when it's Technic for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you mess up one Technic part. You're going back.
Technic is fun, ain't it?
Actually, I love Technic.
So do I.
I used to as a kid, but as an adult, not as much. And a lot of it I find they're more display. I get more interactiveness and more fun out of like the modulars and whatnot.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
I'm gonna age myself, but when I was a kid, there wasn't Technic even invented yet. The sets, like the classic space sets, Technic wasn't even around yet.
Tell you what, if you're doing the break belt all the time, if you want a challenge, throw you in the Technic set every once in a while.
I
Right.
love the big Technic cars, but I just don't like some of them. The shaping of them is all gappy and like choppy.
Yeah.
But some look smooth. It just depends on the design. But they're always fun because the engines look real and like the steering wheels move the transmission sometimes, and so, or the wheels. So it's like it's technical.
You got a job. You got an offer there on Twitch.
Every 15 minutes, say what page you're on. Technic is for nerds. What up, Hive? What up?
I was going to say I'm a nerd, so.
I was just hitting up Hive about that flea market he went to because they have some stuff 60% or like 60% or 40% off or something like that. I was like, dude, see if they have the Boba's Palace throne room. I want that cheap for the figures.
Right.
Wesley, why are you making it so hard?
Into the club.
Oops. Oops.
Is Hive coming to build the DeLorean? And I'm going to feel bad for not putting him in the thumbnail like an ass. I mean, like a jerk.
I figured, Macro, you would have known about the DeLorean story about him getting arrested and everything. It was a pretty big thing.
No, I didn't. Once I go down those rabbit holes, though, I'd definitely be intrigued and watch that documentary, but I had no clue.
Yeah, it's really good.
I remember, back when I was younger, when I did like the Universal Studios tours, I remember on some of the back lots, they actually had a couple of the DeLoreans from the movie. Like just like the ones they'd used in like certain stunt scenes and stuff like that. They were just, it was kind of like when you were just driving around this like area that was kind of in the back.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That was pretty fun.
I've always wanted
one to you, Hive. Should be in your Instagram, buddy.
I've always wanted to get one and keep it like restore it the way it should be, like just the actual DeLorean itself.
Not turn it into a time machine.
No.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I've never even seen a DeLorean up close.
In my area, the salt would destroy it. You can't really, it's not really a winter thing because the salt would destroy it. The stainless steel on it would get, even though it's stainless steel, the corrosive street stuff would kill it.
Or even anywhere it snows, could you imagine having to brush off those wings before you flip them open?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, everything would get in the car.
Wesley, why are you, cat? You are going to make building so slow.
Haley Brick, she was kicking around, Chop.
I'm liking these
Nation.
1x4
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Back to the Future, they had a bunch of models made of the DeLorean.
Okay, now I do the same thing the other way. I can handle that.
I love in the beginning of the first movie. I love when he goes into Doc Brown's like lab garage and like the dog food, the mechanical dog food dispensers going off. And,
Oh yeah,
overflowing.
And then he plugs into that giant guitar amp and just blows it.
And then he's sitting on that, just whips him back to the chair.
And then
That's
Huey
actually
Lewis
a good
kicks in
opening
and
scene.
he skates to school.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one I remember the most prevalent. So then I started second guessing myself. Have I even seen the second or third one? What kind of guy am I here?
It
I
it
personally
is
like
so it is so hilarious. So like I saw all the movies when they first came out, right? Because that was like I had a huge crush on Michael J. Fox from like Family Ties and all that stuff. And so I saw all of those when they came out. And it's so funny to look back now at the like the Back to the Future, like the second one that I think it's supposed to be like, is it supposed to be 2015 or something like that, like the year 2015, and all the stuff they thought we would have. And like the way like the flying cars, just all the crazy stuff. It's hilarious.
Yeah, we should have had hoverboards by now. Damn it!
No kidding. I was so excited.
And auto lacing sneakers. Nike should have figured that out by now.
For real. Which they have had some companies that played with that idea, actually.
Yeah, no, Nike did make a model that actually works. I mean, a few, but they didn't like ever make go public, like sell them.
Yeah.
That's what Lego should have made for the shoes. The Nike auto tie shoe.
The closest we had to that were Reebok pumps back in the day.
Hold the pumps.
That was a huge thing back in the day too.
Hold on, I gotta pump you up.
Right?
Gosh.
That was the day.
Okay, I think I remembered all my pieces. Next up.
Those shoes got tight too. Those sneakers got super tight in the ankles when you pumped them up.
Yes, indeed.
Did I mess something up here? What the heck? That ain't wrong. Never mind.
It's funny, Cliffs. He said that. I'm second guessing myself
Okay,
at the moment
Leslie,
too.
you gotta go. You gotta go, buddy. I cannot build this with you here.
Had a roller.
All right. I'm sorry, Kitty.
Speaking of cats and a little bit of hair, a little bit of dust, not that this is a paid advertisement, but I found this stuff through Larry Legend. He's usually hanging out on Friday Night Bricks. It's just color coral, dirt cheap from Amazon. I think we talked about this before. Amberlia probably knows it. Just dust cleaner for like keyboards or vents.
It's like slime.
Oh, perfect. It's the best stuff for Lego I've ever come across.
You can actually make that yourself. The ingredients are pretty simple. It's like glue and a couple other things.
So I'm having a little Saturday technical. I've got the spinning circle. There you go.
Oh, am I not in? What's going
You're
on?
in. You're in.
All right. Am I?
Well,
I'm in. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Woo! Party time. I'm here for the party.
Nice.
Oh, I'm hungover. I'm
Could've
hungover.
known.
So join the party. I'm already hungover, Hive.
Oh, by the way, sorry it took me so long to reply back to you about that.
No, you were driving, dude. I get it. Like, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
by
I just
by the
started
way-
doing a bunch of stuff and finishing like when I had to finish my vlog up today and just all kinds of other stuff. But what's up?
Nasty
They're known
shirts,
as A,
by the way.
B, and C cars.
I need to order myself one of those shirts. Mine is destroyed.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
If,
God, it's so bad.
Like I've been meaning to get one of the ACOP shirts as well. I'm almost hemorrhaging money and I need to be cool for a few minutes.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I'm hemorrhaging money like Lego right now.
I got to do some more designs. I got to do one for macro too. My busy season is just ending because football season is ending, so I have time to actually mess around and do stuff.
Also, hello to everybody in the chat. I appreciate the hellos. I love you. I feel like I got some fans out there. Mwah. Love you guys.
Nice.
But yeah, you guys doing some Back to the Future madness, huh?
Yeah, DeLorean.
All right. Well, okay. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, if this guy pulls out the DeLorean, I'm going to have to change that thumbnail on the fly.
Yeah, he's got it already built.
we had one preparing in the oven earlier, so now it's done.
Yeah, the TV magic on the cooking show.
Exactly.
Oh, wrong piece.
It was in his week in review. I just watched his week in review, and he had it already built in there.
Okay, good. I don't feel as bad then.
Okay, I just didn't want to feel left out. You know, I make sure I'm part of the group here. So but I built mine already. I'm so sorry.
Which one is yours?
Just the regular one.
The first
Okay.
one?
Yeah, and if I was gonna do the alternate one, it would be the second one. Now if they had this kind of smaller to where if you had the train tracks on this, you can put it on your train track like in the city, that'd be dope.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, but you know, it's like the Hogwarts Express. It's just too darn big.
That's too much thinking ahead of themselves.
But anyways, yeah. But I absolutely adore this. I will pretty much always buy the icon cars that they got. I'm hoping, man. I know we all have a bunch of different ones we want them to do, but I just really need a Knight Rider, and then I don't care. They can do whatever.
That'd be awesome.
I need Kit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And there's some of us, I would say probably most of us on this panel that are in the age range where we were around, and at least a younger version of us were watching it.
Oh yeah, I had a crush on him too.
I had a Knight Rider big wheel. Okay?
Dude, would you say a Knight Rider what?
Big wheel.
Me too.
Oh,
Me too.
nice.
Dude, it was the best one. It was the best one. I swear to God, dude.
A little handbrake too?
Yeah. But I broke mine because I was going too fast. I skidded right in the dumpster.
That sounds epic. I didn't even know Big Wheel made a.
Dude, oh my
Right,
gosh, man.
Bruce,
I don't even. I mean, I was young, you know, whatever, like 9, 10, 11-ish, something like that.
I had a Chips big wheel. I had the helmet and
That's
everything.
a good call. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah.
I
I wasn't a big
full
Chips
outfit.
fan, but I respect it for what it was, man. You know,
I didn't have the choice. I mean, my mom bought it. I was a kid, so.
well, you know, there was some stuff that was around when we were young that, you know, I'm sure we didn't all like. Hawaii 5-0 was a big one, but I never really watched that. There was some weird shit that I watched sometimes because like my mom would watch it or something. Like I started watching Law and Order like when I was pretty young. I feel like I could have been a paralegal by the time I was a teen.
My mom would force us to watch General Hospital, like because in the summertime, I'm one of 5 kids, so when we were home in the summer, we were wild, and like during lunch, she'd make us sit there and watch. She would watch General Hospital while we ate lunch, so I was forced to watch General Hospital.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, there were soaps, but look. Seth says Blue Brick says a kit. Get out of town.
Yeah, I was gonna say is that what did I hear Cliff right when he said that?
Yeah.
You have a Knight Rider?
Yeah.
Does it have like? Does it have a light kit?
Well, hold on a minute, because there's other comments I wanted to address, man.
Yeah, I'm sure
Let me
that
look
the
up this
knockout
kit.
companies they've made the Knight Rider for sure.
Blue. Wait, blue.
Yeah, but I want to build it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think we're converting more people away from Lego one blue brick set at a time.
Yeah, but you can always just take their instructions and get the.
I could, but then I feel like I'd be cheating on Blue Bricks. That's not right.
You can. They also got a couple of their own pieces.
Like I've stolen some of Lego's ideas.
Blue Bricks will also make a couple of their own molds, so.
All right, dude, this is pretty tight.
You might have to get clever.
It's pretty tight.
The Zelda
It's got a windshield.
The Zelda set I got that's off-brand is exactly all like Lego molds. There's nothing special about it, so it can easily be swapped.
Right.
Oh, look at that! I almost made a detrimental mistake.
By the way, so Johnny says, "Damn, you guys are old as fuck."
Hey,
I prefer older.
Well, I'm a '70s kid, dude. Like I grew up on like Bionicle Woman, the Land of the Lost with the Sleazax. Those used to freak me out, dude. Those Sleazax, the lizard dudes that would like you would just hear hissing and this ominous music, and they wouldn't even talk. They would just walk towards the screen. It used to bug me out.
I mean, look, man, I'm gonna just walk into it gracefully, and I'm gonna still kick as much ass as I can until I can't kick ass anymore. But look, like if I start going deaf, man, fuck it. I just don't have to hear everybody's bullshit all the time. You know what I mean? Like you gotta look at the silver lining of a lot of that stuff. I mean, look, getting old is not for the weak. I can tell you that right now. You gotta be a tough MFer. And time is fleeting. Man,
it comes with its challenges getting old. That's for sure.
I had some good times. My 20s and my 30s were fun, You know, 40s started to kind of suck a little bit, but you know, it's still great because in my 40s is when a new thing came about. It was all this in the community and Lego.
Well, you and I also have genetic issues, which is not cool.
Man, who are you calling genetic issues, man?
I have to shout out to Triavore when he said, "What about Incredible Hulk?" That sad music. That sad music comes into my head when he's walking down the
Oh
street.
my god! See, those are some of the weird shows that my mom watched that I remember watching, like Highway to Heaven.
Oh my god!
And like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, Little House on the Prairie.
Like in the beginning, like she's just like running down that hill, like.
Dude, the episode where the donkey gets drunk or the goat gets drunk, and there's a whole episode where just
I don't remember
the animals gets drunk. Like
you guys watch way too much TV.
Dude, are you kidding me, man? We were Generation X, man. Growing up on MTV and toys and cartoons and comic books and
yeah, the toys were metal when I was a kid. Like the Voltron toys were solid metal.
That's all I always joked about were the Transformers because Megatron, when he transformed into the pistol, like you could pistol whip somebody with that thing.
Yeah,
it was metal.
When I shave my head, I'm not kidding. I have scars everywhere because my brother used to whack me with all kinds of stuff, dude.
Wow.
We did a lot of dumb stuff, though. I ain't gonna lie.
And that's more whacking myself with stuff as a kid, you know, falling out of trees. For some reason, I had this thing with bikes that had no brakes and hills. So I got a couple little extra stitches when I shaved my head, too.
See, I was a skateboarder growing up, man, so it was a little more technical, but like it was really fun riding bikes. If there was a lot more freedom, you know, because you could go fast.
Dude, there's behind my parents' house, it's just all woods. So we grew up making bike tracks and all that, but there's right through my parents have like this huge bay window that looks out to the woods, like a giant window. And there's just this huge hill with an oak tree at the bottom. So my two older sisters put me on a 10-speed with no brakes, and I couldn't touch the ground. I was like a foot. And they shoved me down the hill right into an oak tree. I bounced off of it, and my sister drags me home by my hair. But she takes me through this empty lot instead of going the short way. I'm getting covered in sand, going in all my cuts and everything. And like my mother flipped out on her.
Gang, did you guys get along growing up, or she kind of had a vindication against you or something?
Well, we're 5 kids, dude. We just were crazy. There'd always, you know, sibling rivalry and arguing. And
she was out to get you,
right?
I get it though. I didn't get along with my
other sisters. They conspired to do it.
They conspired.
I definitely spent a lot of time at the ER when I was a kid.
I vividly remember the bike too. It was an old Schwinn, like emerald green metallic paint with the chrome fenders. Like it was a classic bike, but and they had no brakes, and they just put me on it and shoved me down the hill.
Was that because you're a sibling jambalaya, or is that because you're a little rough on yourself, having too much fun, jumping into stuff you shouldn't be?
I had no fear. I was a complete daredevil. And my cousin was like 6 months older than me, and we were like, people thought we were twins. We actually like looked a lot alike, and we hung out together all the time. And so we would always be daring each other to do something. And there was this one time we had a jungle gym in our backyard. We had this big square jungle gym that was like 2 stories tall, maybe a story and a half. It couldn't have been that tall, right? And we dared each other to go up to the very top, and it was square shaped. And what we would do is like you'd go all the way to the very top, and you'd put 1 foot on one side of the square and 1 foot on the other side of the square, and you're not holding on to anything. But of course, we're Californians, so we're wearing flip-flops, and I did it, and I slipped on my flip-flops, and I fell in the jungle gym. I flipped once, hit my head, and then I fortunately, like on the very last rung, my knees caught because I was going head first into the ground, and I got caught there. But
that's the worst when you get they call it like a flat tire on flip flops. When you slide on flip flops, that's the worst.
Yeah. I fell out of a moving car. That was fun. Fortunately, my mom was like slowing down to make a right-hand turn, and I was leaning on the door, and I fell out and like got a bunch of road rash and almost got run over.
Mrs. Hive, she flipped a car.
Wow.
Said it was an experience.
Wow. Yeah, I've never been in a major car accident. Not that you would, Amberly, but if you shave your head, you got some marks of your youth, so to say.
I mean, probably. I currently have scars. I mean, like I have a scar on my lip where I had the 8 stitches. I have a bunch on my legs, like a bunch on my legs, because living in California, you lived like in shorts, and I was constantly like gashing my leg open on something.
Well, hey, I was always told chicks dig scars, so you're doing good.
Nice.
Right?
You want to hear something really crazy? My younger brother, the one who passed away, him and I were the closest in age, so we would always fight. And I was the older brother, so he could never beat me up. I always had the size advantage. So we were playing one day, and I was winning some game. An hour later, he comes with a garden hoe. I'm not paying attention. He taps my shoulder. I turn around. He slams it right into my head. I have this huge scar on my hairline from it. So I get stitches and everything. And then weeks later, I get the stitches out. My mom's pulling in the driveway. He's waiting behind the car with a shovel. I just got the stitches out. Smacks me again. I go right back to the hospital. And they're like to my mother, they're like, "Are you abusing this kid? Like, what is going on?" Tell the doctor the story. He just starts laughing. Meanwhile, I'm like, dude, this my brother was a little prick like that.
Yeah, I have
like
cousins that like cousins that are brothers, and man, I don't know how they sleep at night, dude, because they like mess with each other so much. Like when we were growing up, I was just like, God dang.
Well, I mean, I kind of deserved it. I used to beat on him, but he would score.
Well, then what the hell are you complaining about, man?
That sounds like me and my brother, Sidious, because he'd do stuff like he's 2 years older. We always have the upper hand. He had more friends in the neighborhood, so they'd always pick on me. One time, they're bombarding me with sandballs after they tried to sleuth me in real close. So I walked back to the shore, to the road. I was like, all right, if we're going to throw stuff, I had to take her one step further. So I just picked up a rock. I was like 7 and just whipped it in his general direction and smacked him straight between the eyes. He had to go get stitches.
Yeah.
Well, I've never had any brothers. I had 2 stepsisters.
The little brothers just pushed it further.
But I've never been really close or around any of my family. So my family has always been mainly like my friends. But I will say that if you have a brother or a sister, whatever, if you have a good relationship with them, especially as you grow into an adult and stuff like that, the bond is stronger than just a friend, because you can confide in your family in a different way than you can like your friends. But if you don't have a good relationship with them, then it don't mean shit, and your friends are definitely going to be more family than your friends,
I was gonna say that, like, for me, I had a pretty crappy family, like really, really crappy family, and like I have definitely found more of a bond with friends than family. Because like you said, it really just depends on that relationship. And my experience has just been that family is not there for you, and that family has been pretty shitty.
Yeah, and it's why friends have always been so important to me. Because I've had a bond of like family, with my friends and stuff. So yeah, but it's different, it's a person to person, situation to situation.
Yeah. They're the closest ones to you, right? They can easily bring you up to the highest and knock you down to the lowest.
Well, and I think it's important to have friends of different calibers as well. If you're able to. But it's good to have friends that can really help sympathize with you on a different kind of emotional level. And then there are friends you need that are just straight up blunt with you. You need friends that are straight up blunt with you.
Yeah, I've always been the blunt guy.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they care about you. And there's a lot of times, man, those types of friends, and I'm not referring to you cities, but I'm just saying in general, that they can be hard to deal with sometimes.
Oh no, I
because it's not the reason they're blunt with you is because just that's their personality. So that means they're generally probably strong-willed people, very vocal about stuff. but it is important to have those because they won't dilly dally with things that are important. But there are other things that you're like, you don't need to hear that kind of strong opinion.
Oh, yeah,
about.
yeah.
Something much softer, not like as important, or whatever. Or if you just need somebody that's can help more emotionally. Like I joke around about this meme I saw years ago about like somebody was like sick on the toilet, right? And like their friend was like a couple feet behind them, patting them on the back with a broom because the whole thing was about like they cared for their friend, but they're horrible at giving like emotional support. You know what I mean? So like comforting them like that, they're just kind of patting them like at a distance. And sometimes that's how I've been, but it just depends. And it's weird. It varies. Cause like I said, I'm a hugger,
Thanks for the
Watch out.
I mean, I know I'm blunt, but that's also a product of, like I said, growing up with 4 other siblings. You had to kind of be blunt because there was so much madness that went on and people.
Oh, especially if you had siblings. That's something else that could definitely help sharp because you don't have a choice. See, Chef is Berkaiv is like my family. That's right.
Y'all keep talking about smoke break.
No kidding.
Huh?
I'd go for a smoke break. Coffee break. I got tea still, I think.
Man, I'm drinking G0 right now. Can I sponsor that for you? G0?
Sure. G0?
I recommend G0 if you're a diabetic because it's 0 calories, 0 sugar, and it still tastes really rad.
Gatorade, I'll only charge you $5,000 for that small little advertisement.
And I've got it in a glass that Mrs. Hive got at a bar called 9 Fine Irishmen.
Now it looks like beer, kind of. A little trick of the mind.
Right? So that's the other thing, too, is like, look, for those of you that are going to be at Brick World, okay, look, this is extremely important. Hey, what's up, Bricklock? Speaking of Brick World.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, Nails is here.
Hello.
Mr. Lincoln himself. I am good on an alcohol buzz, but I can't drink too much. And I'm not like gonna be a fighter or nothing like that, but I'll just be falling over. Like I can't drink that well anymore.
I can't drink anymore either. I blame my kid.
Buy Brick have a shot when you see.
Well, luckily, I know Bricklock's big enough to help carry me. Can you imagine like if Bricklock was like carry me like
Hive, you're already looking for people to carry you, huh?
It's like,
well, if Sean and Brendan are around, see, I don't know how tall Macro is. You know what I mean?
Like 5'11".
That's good. Because I'm like, if I stand up straight, like I want to say 6'3", but easy 6'2". I'm a pretty big dude. I mean, Bricklocks see me in person.
Yeah.
But everybody's smart at Bricklock, dude. Because anytime I'm looking up to somebody, I'm like, God damn, you gotta be tall.
See, like where I'm at with alcohol, is because when I was younger, like first off, my nickname was Slamber because I used to slam my drink. Because like I would just suck them down so fast. So obviously, I drank a bit.
Well, I have to do that with beer because as soon as beer starts to even get a little bit warm, I can't drink it. So if I get a beer in my hand, I have to like pretty much drink it in a couple gulps.
I drink more beer.
And normally I used to drink a lot of Long Island iced teas.
Oh, I loved those.
I know, right? But I gotta, I want to have fun, so I need to stay in that very marginal comfort buzz zone when we have, because like there's a bar there, I heard. So clearly, at least one of the nights I'm there, I'm gonna have some drinks. I told Shai I wanted to have a drink with him. I'm sure, like, Sean and them have a drink. Macro, whoever. But dude, I can't be like slamming down shots or anything.
Well, Sean's Irish, and his uncle owns like a big restaurant bar there, so he's gonna get down there, dude.
Well, where I'm at with alcohol is I'm a work in progress.
Anna Nicole says, everyone got their rooms reserved. Prices went up. Man, I got them reserved like So long ago.
That was tight. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I got
mine reserved. So yeah.
So, like for me though, because
I missed
I don't know what happened when I got older, but what alcohol does now is I don't get buzzed. I just get super sleepy and tired. So I have to watch it that I don't drink too much. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, I'm going to go to bed.
So you're gonna have to have like some Baileys and coffee or something.
Ooh, I hate coffee.
That's all right though. If that's how it works, it means you can't get into trouble.
Yeah,
You don't
but
have
then
like
I'm gonna get tired and cranky.
Yeah, it just makes you go to bed before you get too much in the system.
Yeah, we don't want cranky. I'll be cranky enough probably for everybody.
I toured in a hardcore band, so I took years off my life, like years. But I wouldn't just stop at the drinks. Like I went a little too hard for a long time. That music scene is crazy, so you're just around a lot of crazy stuff. Like,
Well, I used to be a really big insomniac. But over the last, I think once I got into my 40s, that's when I started getting a little bit more sleep. And when I say a little bit, I mean like I'm getting like maybe 6 hours of sleep a night instead of 4.
That's one of the reasons why I started drinking. I was a half insomniac, working all the time. Is one thing I knew I'd count on to turn it off and go to bed at night.
Because see, the problem is even if I go to bed earlier, which a lot of people suggested, even Mrs. Hive suggested it, like just go to bed earlier, and so I did, and then I just get up earlier. Like my body will only let me. Huh?
What bag are you on, Macro?
Just started to.
Okay, I'm not following this. Carry on. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're good, man.
Good to see you, Anna. That's a quick story. I suck at.
I don't want to hijack the the DeLorean.
I like the first movie the best. I mean, they're all good, but the first is the classic. You know, it's like the second one's up there too, but it's the first one.
I feel like the second is my favorite, but I don't know, man. It might be the first. It's hard for me to start.
I'm going back and watching tomorrow.
But I was listening about how and you guys are talking about things that were predicted in the future that didn't happen, and I feel like they really lowered the bar on the years. You know, like they should have went a little further ahead.
Well, what's super interesting is that like, because that's made like in 91, I think, or 90, somewhere around there. But like, so they have all this outlandish stuff, but none of it is like anything related to like internet stuff, really. So it's just funny how wrong. Not that anybody like could have predicted necessarily what was going to go on with the internet, but it's just funny to see like how. Like no, we don't have like flying cars, all this other stuff, but we have some things that nobody would have imagined we would have.
Yeah,
I remember other things that
blockchain.
That I was thinking about. Like, so I was reading an article about some of the stuff behind the scenes in the movie RoboCop and stuff like that, and there was a tracking device in RoboCop that made me think about GPS today. So there's like a lot of, I think, things that have been in the movies in the past, that are really coming to fruition now. But obviously big things like flying cars. Like flying cars is never going to happen. Because people are just way too irresponsible. Dude, people can't even.
Oh yeah, I thought about that the other day.
Dude,
actually, they do have a flying car. There's actually several, but the newest one is actually resembles more of like a what do they call it? A drone, like the horizontal blades or whatever. But they actually there actually have been several flying cars that are roadworthy and can fly.
Well, we'll never have like flying cars as a system of transportation, unless it's maybe like a single system like train or something like that. I can maybe that.
They have to be self-automated, and all those kinks have to get worked out before flying cars can be even.
Like Hive says, there has to be a whole transportation network for them too. Right?
But I tell you what, man, those bullet trains scare the shit out of me, man. Because you're going so fast. If anything goes wrong, you're done for, dude. Those things go. look, I might sound stupid saying this because I don't know if this is true or not, but it seems like they go faster than jets.
No,
Not like fighter jets, but like your average passenger.
Or do they go like 500 kilometers or miles?
No, they're like 200. They're like 200 something.
Hold on, I'm going to ask right now.
Most aircraft, like
how fast do bullet trains go?
There's one in Japan, like almost like
180
or something.
They've gotten them up to 200 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's like 200.
That's in Tokyo. Actually, wait a minute. The fastest one clocked was 375.
Yeah, I was going to say there's one that really like.
Can you Google real quick how fast is NASCAR? Don't those suckers go like 200 kilometers an hour?
200 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, miles an hour.
NASCAR.
And those guys,
the average is just over 200 miles an hour.
That's crazy.
God damn.
And they're inches apart.
Well, go in a circle.
If you really want to get crazy, the new Hyperloop that they're doing, if they get it working right, can travel about 700 miles an hour.
Wow.
How fast does an airplane go?
Oh, yeah, it's not that late. Mine.
It says around 500 miles an hour, somewhere in that general area.
Yeah.
Or for everybody else, about 800 kilometers an hour.
Man,
whatever the hell that means.
That's
kilometers an hour.
Whatever that means.
Dude, you gotta understand, man. Look, we need to get something figured out.
We don't even acknowledge Canada.
I gotta turn on my camera just so everybody knows how serious my face is.
Canada? What?
Yeah,
no,
Canada's
like either one way or the other. Either us over here in America got to convert, or everybody else in the world has to convert. Because I can't take this transitional kilometers bullshit, dude. I need feet, miles. Miles.
You need to learn to love the metric system, Hive.
Yeah, but if we do that, it'll ruin football.
We need to convert because it would be so much easier.
I know, but it would take a whole generation of learning, dude. Because think about us. Oh wait, because it says it on your car. Because I'm like, think about like when you're like, how many kilometers per hour should I be driving? but it says it already in your car right now. It's like matched up with miles per hour.
Yeah,
that's confusing. It's so confusing, man.
Like, if I think of the miles per hour, just because I'm used to driving, so if I'm driving, I'm driving 60 kilometers or 100 kilometers. I couldn't tell you what that is in miles. But when it comes to the whole imperial system, I'm just thinking like change, like dollars and cents, percentage. Everything's 0 to 100.
Right.
Easy for me to
Chef too, by the way.
You mean like eliminate change?
Chef was commenting on my door opening macro. Remember those?
Yeah, that was tight.
Oh, were you opening a lot of doors for everybody?
I was chauffeuring with the automatic doors on my Honda Odyssey. So like,
oh yeah, it would be halfway.
I was opening his door for him.
The door.
It was like,
hey,
chauffeur.
How easy is it to get your mock inside the convention?
Easy.
area?
You can pack a tractor trailer in there.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. Well,
actually, I think on their website they no, it was Richie's video, our Toy World, his Brick World video. He has a picture of a tractor trailer sitting in that convention.
I think I remember seeing that.
What up, Nerd Brick? Hey yo,
Nerd Brick, what's up?
Hello,
and hello to everybody. Anybody else that might have said hello and I didn't say hi back. I'm sorry. I need to place another Bricklink order.
You can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Full problem.
Yeah, is that for city or just for a mock, a project?
It's for the mock for Brick World.
Where you going?
Darth Vader's throne room. So I've got the Bill's base set up for it. Let's see if I can go the right way. There we go. Yeah. So basically, it's from. I know we saw it in Obi-Wan. I can't remember if we've seen it anywhere else, but yeah, we probably saw it in Rogue One. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna have some lights on it and stuff. It's gonna look really nice. But I'm trying to get it done ahead of time, so I don't have to do anything last minute.
I have just a tip when you do those columns with the lights, because I made a small vignette version and I never finished it. But you know those columns have that little red trim line of the light coming through. You know the column on each side. when you do
Yeah,
it,
I got a lot of these guys right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks better. Like play around with it because it looks better when I tested it both ways. And if you just leave a gap and let the light do the work instead of using the trans bricks, it like looks a lot better. But just try it out.
How do you get the red then without the trans bricks?
You make the box, and you have you make the box, and then you have a pillar in the middle that holds like the plate up, so it's like hovering. So there's like little gap around it. I'll show you.
What do you just use a red light?
Yeah, just a red light. Yeah, and then the light pours out of it too. It looks like a lot.
I'll have to look at the picture because the reason I had the trans bricks was because in the picture it looks like it's like glass. At least that's what it looks like, but I haven't seen a very up close. I still got to get a couple more detailed pics of when I start getting into that area.
Yeah,
because I have a couple different shots of the throne room because I was also wondering how far up I should make it. You know, how far up I should build it and what I should do. And so far, I haven't found a picture that goes too far up. So what I think I might do is I might kind of sprinkle in my own design and just make like maybe some black columns that kind of go up at an angle, like attached to the walls and kind of go up like almost like rafters in a way.
Yeah.
But only because I need to do something. I don't know. Because and that's the other thing too. I need to see how dark it might be. You know, if I need to add like a soft light to it, because I'm going to have a light also behind it shining through so you can see the volcano and the mountains and stuff.
KO's curious, what light system brand are you using for that?
I don't know yet. I have a couple different lights. And I look, because I know how to like rewire a lot of this stuff. So I'm probably going to end up just building my own. Like just taking all that other stuff apart and then extending the wiring and stuff. It just depends. If I can find something and get it in a reasonable amount of time, maybe like on Amazon. Because my first intention was to get something that was wireless and remote control. So that we don't have to worry about. I just put fresh batteries in it that'll last long enough to get through the convention.
The red light by itself
makes sense.
The red lights by itself give it that glass look, but just play around with it. I'll show you.
Yeah. I'll definitely, because obviously once I build it, adding the red tiles and taking them away is very
easy.
Yeah. Easy. Anyways, enough about that, man. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be talking about Back to the Future, guys. My bad.
Not necessarily.
I did play Back to the Future 4 trailer. See if get in trouble for that. I'm kind of curious. Was it 4? 4? 3?
There's only 3.
Maybe it was a 3.
I was like, Macro, what are you talking about? Then we're getting another one?
Isn't 3?
Surprise me if they rebooted it.
Isn't 3 like just three lines, and 4 is like a line and a V?
Yeah, that's a Roman numerals. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
it's an I and a V.
That would be 4.
It was the latest one, whichever one that was. It was the latest one.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it's I and a V is the Roman numeral for 4. That's what I'm saying. And 3 is.
I mean, if they made some rogue, weird, like reboot 4th movie, I don't know about it.
No, I'm not saying they made a 4th movie. I'm just saying the Roman numeral.
Oh no, I'm saying to Macro.
There were rumors
that watch number 4. There's a 4. We'll play that.
Then he got sick though. Marty, Jim, what's his face? The actor got sick, so they didn't do the 4th.
Yeah, that's
Michael
sad.
J. Fox.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox.
At least he had a good fun life, man.
I mean, he's improved. He's improved, and he does a lot for what is it, MS? Yeah, or no, he has Parkinson's. He's done a lot for like research and foundations for it, and like his conditions actually kind of improved.
Well, then hopefully he didn't work too much when he was younger, and he actually got to enjoy some of the fruits of his labors a little bit.
They did a skit on Jimmy Kimmel that was great. Where they pulled the car in, and him and Doc get out, and it was on the day. It was on the day that like they called it Back to the Future Day. It was the day that's like plugged into the actual flux capacitor or whatever the thing's called.
Yeah, when in the second movie, right?
Yeah, it's like on the day.
It's the day that they go back into the future.
Yeah.
Oh,
so on that day on Jimmy Kimmel, they pull in and like on the stage they pull in the DeLorean, they get out and they do this whole skit. It's pretty funny.
Oh, I remember that.
It's on YouTube. It's great. It's like a 15-minute skit. They put a lot into it, actually.
I still love the Mr. Fusion after the first one, or at the very end, where he's like throwing all the
banana peels.
Banana peels there.
Watching that first one a little bit this morning just goes to show that era they'd still do the product placement, but I'd noticed like the Pepsi cans or stuff that stand out. I was like, wow, that's old.
Yeah, that was the business that I was in, was all the product placements and all that crap, and movie tie-ins and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, am I doing that right? I think so. Could be better, could be worse.
Y'all gonna love bag 3.
Uh-oh. What are we stopping on? We going to bag, like all of bag 3, stop at bag 4, or do bag 4, or what?
Whatever you get Twinkie there, brother. I got a little bit of time tonight to hang out, so.
Are you guys going for the gold?
I don't know about that one.
We were going to do it 3-part series. Do a couple bags or a couple hours on shenanigans. Jump on over to Amber Lies on Tuesday. Rock out some more time machine action. And then finish up the DeLorean on Quick and Cliffstream Wednesday in the jungle there.
Right on, man. Well, just imagine like if you were like jogging right now. Imagine I'm on the sideline with a cup of water, kind of like very hand it to you, okay? I'm supporting.
You can do it.
So I did have a question about Tuesday because that is Valentine's Day. Does anybody have a problem with building, or like they're supposed to be doing something with their significant other instead of building Lego on Tuesday?
I love Lego.
Significant other.
I thought you were gonna say like, does it even have a problem if I'm gonna be your Valentine?
I love Lego. It's all good. Perfect day to build.
I'll just throw my wife some money and that'd be good.
The most generic marketing holiday in the world, the holiday that was invented by Hallmark, basically.
Right?
Oh, I know. But when you're all like in love with somebody, you wanna, I guess,
being in love.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. You're right. It's a very capitalistic thing, but
right.
God dang it, man. It puts pressure on you.
What was super funny is so for my first marriage, we had like gone to Vegas to get married. Wow. And Valentine's Day was on what was it? I think it was on like a Friday or a Saturday. I think it was on a Saturday. It was on a Saturday. And so we decided to get married on the 15th on a Sunday. And it was so funny because when we showed up there, because this was it was the dumbest thing I've ever done. But we flew there and we go, you have to go to like the city and like get the certificate and everything. And it was funny because left over from Valentine's Day, there was all of those like the ropes they have for the lines and stuff like that for these insane long lines. And we just like ran back and forth all the way up. There were like 2 people in line because everybody had gotten married the day before who were going to get married.
Smart.
I got married in Vegas.
So fun.
On the day after Valentine's Day, or
oh no.
Yeah, the day after Valentine's Day. It was
no,
just
it was in August when it was hotter than hell. We were on Lake Mead. It was like 118 degrees on the lake.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was, but we rented a chapel. It was like a traditional wedding, but we chose Vegas because it was cheap tickets for everybody, and then a lot of our friends and family lived in San Diego, so it was just easy to get to.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
That dry Vegas heat is something else. I've been to some places that are humid, Mexico, Jamaica, but you get caught outside in Jamaica or in Vegas without air conditioning, and it could be over pretty quick.
Well, it gets hotter in the evening because like all the heat is leaving the earth and it's like
radiates out.
Yeah, it's like the strip is just like horrible at night. Like it's better during the day because it's not as hot.
Well, I couldn't imagine walking barefoot or in the sand on a beach down there.
Yeah.
I guess they don't got beaches, whatever. Stupid comment, but still.
Dude, this DC fan is blowing up my phone with YouTube notifications. He Just Too Good made a video, and I should have never made the comment, but it was a factual comment. He was talking about like DC versus Marvel. So I was like, well, I've worked for both companies and I've seen the sales analytics, and Marvel destroys DC in sales analytics over and over. That's why most toy companies make more Marvel stuff. That's why Lego does. And this kid, and like mine's based on actual facts, like I've seen the metrics, the analytics, like most people in the industry know. And this kid's just going off with all these opinions. And I wrote him, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to debate stupidity, like fanboy emotions. I'm not going to do it. Like, it's just a fact, bro. And like, he's writing these Bibles in the comments section of Just Too Good's, like, huge things. And I was just like, bro, you missed the point. But he keeps, like, hitting me up. It's like, just stop, dude. I get it. You like DC. I get it.
Yeah, it's good to have opinions, but when someone shows me facts, I usually try and shut up.
He's probably some young kid. That's why I should have never read the comment. But I'm friendly with Just Too Good. He knows. He's seen my portfolio and stuff. It's just a fact. It's just a fact, dude. Marvel sells more. They sell more. Period. That's it.
All you gotta do is look at all the movie sales in general. I mean, geez.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm like, I get that you're emotional and you're a fan and you like DC. That's cool. But you're going off. You're going off.
Like new world thing. It's like an epidemic. Facts hurt emotions, apparently, nowadays.
Well, just take the top 10 DC movies of all time, the top 10 Marvel movies of all time. Look at the grosses and compare them to each other, and it's night and day. I mean, like,
even with Star Wars, there's a reason why Lego always favored the original trilogy sets over the Clone Wars sets, because the original trilogy sets sell more. They just do. It's just those are just sales analytics. And Clone fans get mad, but it's the facts. I'm not saying the Clone Wars are bad. It's just in the toy industry, the original trilogy sells more. That's it. They've been around longer. So it's just facts.
Well, that's the thing about analytics and stuff, is that sometimes people don't understand. Like, it's not about opinion. It's not about bias. It's strictly like math. It's numbers. Like, this is just what it is. You're not sitting there saying like, oh, it's this because it's better. You're just
exactly
because
better. We don't live in a factual world anymore.
You can't deny the laws of physics, right? Like,
facts don't matter anymore. It's all about emotion. It's like, what can I make you feel? It doesn't matter. Like,
this kid keeps hitting me up. I don't have to work in the industry to know. It's like, well, you kind of do, because I'm giving you facts, and you're just going off on about nothing.
You should tell him what happens when the surgeon comes out and says that exact same comment.
Exactly. Like, geez.
Did we ever came to a conclusion what bag we're going to stop on?
No. What do you feel, Cliff? You ahead of the game? You opening up bag 4 right now?
Yeah, Cliff's so quiet.
I'm not even on bag. I'm still on bag 2.
Okay.
I'm slow.
Hey, no one's as slow as I am. I'm gonna have to play catch up between streams.
What's Scotty on?
I'm trying to show it now. I'm at page 51, step 57.
Okay. I'm on page 47. Just started bag 3. Just opened it.
Gotcha.
Well, I guess if Scotty's leading the pack, how does he feel? We got two more days, 2 more streams down the road.
Right. We got up to bag
11?
11, yeah.
And 11 has 2 bags, so maybe we could cheat that and say
call it 12.
Call it 12, yeah.
Why don't you do 4 and 4, and then the last stream do 3 bags?
How's Cliff feel about that? Not to cheat you out there.
I don't know.
Works for me.
All right.
I'm
All right.
down. So we're doing 4 bags. Okay.
Going up to bag 4 then.
Nice. Cool. So we'll
So
start
we're
bag
building
5
bag
on
4 or going to bag 4?
No, build bag 4.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. We'll make it too
I'm
hard.
going to have to call my lawyer on that one. I do not know.
Hey, Richard, I'm just getting a chance to check chat here because I can't see my chat while I got my camera set up. But yeah.
Dude.
Hey, Beetlejuice, Moments of the Magic, Mr. Blue, good to see you. YOLO, hello.
Yes, hello all.
Hola, Senora Ingrid. And back to building I go.
Yeah, so far it's just been framework and Technic. I don't know how's your guys' build.
Yeah, I'm at right now.
I'm behind everybody, so
There's some new techniques I never built with before. It's pretty cool.
Oh, and look at that. I just goofed that up.
Hive, you didn't do an alt build?
Huh?
You didn't do one of the alt builds?
Nah, man. I was keeping it traditional. I fear change.
Change is good.
I'm just being dumb. I'm trying to be quiet. I feel like I've just been talking too much.
I have a new Lego goal that I've come up with this past weekend. I want all of the video sets and band members.
Oh God.
Wow.
That's what you're going for next. Okay.
That shouldn't be too hard.
Well, you know what? I got one you can have.
Yeah, I got a bin of doubles, if you will. They're all still in the package. I'll go through all the video and send you a picture.
I feel kind of weird. I was at a Target that was kind of far away from me, and I don't remember which one it was off the top of my head. But as usual, I was in the Lego aisle. They had the llama video. Like, I don't even remember if it was on sale or not, but like I haven't seen it in forever. And I almost got it because I was like, this is probably the last chance I'll see it to get it.
All the dollar stores are going to have those things, just like they had Dimensions.
I should check that out.
Did they? That would have been a hidden gem.
I really slept on the Dimensions, man.
Yeah,
this weekend, I built the video pirate ship, and it was so fracking cool.
Dude, their minifigs are awesome. I'll give them that.
I heard that about that boombox.
Seriously, those minifigs were awesome looking. I can't remember. I had a good handful of them, and I either sold them or I think I gave one to Shy. But in the one I think I have is the Medusa one.
Check out this shark head with like the teeth and everything that you put together here.
Oh,
this was so freaking cool. And then the other side is the skull, and this like boat all together is just so fun.
That is pretty.
Reminds me of the party bus a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, it's so fun. These builds are like the best.
Definitely check the dollar stores, because after Dimensions kind of went away, like a year after or 6 months, all the dollar stores had them like dirt cheap, and it was like the Goonies. They had like Mr. T, the Gremlins, they had all the food, and they were cheap too. You get them for like $5.
Yeah.
So I bet you a video will go in there because they have a bunch of stock that they didn't move.
Right.
Oh, no. I made another mistake.
Amberlaya, I've gotten a few comments about Bionicle and our very interesting take on Good Morning Brick World.
Oh,
are you getting in trouble?
Okay?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
You don't got to go on the defensive.
No, I don't think it's that bad. But I've received a couple comments.
People probably didn't like my comment when I said great episode. I'm glad all 3 Bionicle fans tuned in.
I noticed that. I noticed that comment. I noticed it. I don't know if I liked it. I probably didn't like it. Just for
I think you did.
Guilty by association. I don't remember.
I mean, I'm just messing around, but I had to. It was too easy.
Oh, I know, and that's we were just poking. Dude, I did the video before with Grogu. I made fun of Star Wars fans. When you see Grogu and like everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, don't get King Oldendorf started, man. He's gonna start going.
And then I made fun of the Lord of the Rings fans. Just today. It's all in good fan. Good
Speaking
fun.
of that,
it's all good fun.
Macro, you're gonna get Rivendell? I assume you are.
Oh God, I hope not.
Yeah, I probably will. Not off the hop, but that's pretty good looking set. Even though I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Oh, you'll buy 2 of them.
Yeah.
You got to make the back end complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only got to spend $1,000, man. You're good. No problem.
We'll see.
I just finished up the new off-road ambulance. That was a gift for purchase. If you want to see it.
My wife keeps reminding me when I go to the Lego store. She's like, "Yeah, Brick World Chicago is just coming quick."
It
Like,
is.
you probably want to eat while you're down there, don't you? I was like, yeah, I do.
It'll be here before we know it.
When is it? When's the date?
Father's Day weekend, June 14th or something.
Oh yeah, it is coming up.
I just realized didn't realize using the Lego coasters. I thought that
Oh,
was
I love
like
them.
I thought that was just something on the mouse pad or something at first.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
no,
cool.
no. I love them. I love
Yeah,
them.
I need to start utilizing them more.
That is the brightest keyboard. It
Yeah,
has
cool.
some pop.
I like it.
Oh, my keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I built it. Well, I
that's the one we were working
built
on
some
last
of it.
time.
It is
looks
pretty
like-
epic.
Looks like the Easter Bunny shit all over it. It's cool.
Well, this is my just for fun keyboard. I have like my work one that is like more serious or
I
whatever.
like it. For music production, they do that a lot too. All the key commands and the shortcuts. We would change the colors on there, put tabs on there.
Yeah.
Chef, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I was going to say this keyboard is programmable. Like you can do multiple layers. So it's kind of cool. So you can have like all your standard things like this, and then you hold down a modifier, and then I can program every single solitary key and what it does for those modifiers if I want to do shortcuts or if I want to do macros, things like that.
Yeah. That's what the music, the keyboards for music production are like that.
Yeah.
King, what are you talking about? Sensitivity training. You know, it's just like no, man, it's just like my dad, you know, he told me a long time ago about like maybe I should like he didn't say go see like help. He was talking about like maybe taking like some type of drug that would make me less angry, I guess.
I'd go do the latter first.
But I was like, Dad, why in the hell would I want to do that?
I mean,
I was like, you should not suppress certain things. You know what I mean? That's not good for you. It's not healthy. I said, and look, besides, I was like, I'm not the one that's you know, it's not like I'm angry for nothing. I was like, everybody else, man, they be acting like jackasses. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just be like, okay, no problem, and just take it? No, man.
Dude,
I'm not gonna be that kind of person you go walk all over.
I'm the same as
So,
you.
anyways, by the way, Richard, I'm totally digging the monorail setup. Yes. And Anna Nicole, I do love her keyboard as well. Is that the heavy keyboard, Amberlia?
No, the heavy one. Hold on, I have that one.
Dude,
that's why Anna Nicole likes
got
it.
a keyboard you could probably like use for bench pressing.
That keyboard looks like
It's
your
like 5
mom.
pounds.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, she don't mess around when it comes to that stuff.
That's like the orthopedic version too.
Dang.
Oh yeah, the Alice layout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because I remember asking you about like if it's weird to type on those things. But
Yeah,
I
you
guess
just
if
need
you
to
get it
do
for
it.
a reason, and yeah, once you get used to it, probably like just as like.
Oh yeah. Once you get my fingers are too long, and when I'm like coding and stuff, they cramp up. Like this keyboard, I can't use like on a daily basis because my fingers are so cramped.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You have
So I
you have
need that
piano
too.
fingers. Do you play the piano?
Oh, I'm tone deaf.
Oh, I was saying because you have like the perfect fingers to play piano.
Dang,
yeah, no, I
this
tried,
is getting
but I'm
intense,
tone deaf.
bro.
Huh?
This is getting intense. This is far too
Yeah.
much hectic than what I would have signed up for.
Yeah.
I just ordered a keyboard that the case is built out of Lego.
Oh, that's
Nice.
So
That
I'm
would be
gonna
fun.
put that together, and then I'm gonna switch out a bunch of the pieces and customize it.
Yeah, I've seen those. There's a couple brands that make those.
Can you tile? Like instead of having the letters, you can put tiles on them or whatever, bricks on them.
So the keys
the frame.
themselves are not Lego. There
Yes, the frame.
there is a Kickstarter, I think, that has one that actually has Lego like
Block keys, yeah.
the keys that you can do stuff with, but the sound is terrible. So I'm big for, I like the sound, like the sound
I
of
don't
the
even know what a
keyboard.
Kickstarter is, so I guess I'll just shut up.
Like is it like plachink, plachink, plachink as you like hit them or something, or like the springs
It
or
sounds clacky. It's this weird like hollow sound. I
Yeah,
don't
know
like
what
it.
you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like 3D printed stuff. Make that look weird.
Yeah.
Like a 3D printed thing. You can hear like tink, tink, tink.
Yeah.
That makes me think. You guys are making me think of Spaceballs, man.
Yeah, ting ting
Tick 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 tick.
I mean, just think about think about when you shake a bag of Lego, you hear those like hollow tinky, like the tinks.
Yogurt. I hate yogurt.
Wow.
So I got a delivery today that I was pretty happy about. I got the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Nice.
And yeah, and I've got it from Amazon Prime, and with my Prime points and with my Amazon gift cards, man, it only cost me like not even $100.
I thought you had. I thought we had.
It's kind of a long story. It's kind of a long story.
What's it normally go for, that set down there? Not on sale or nothing?
Like $250.
Nice.
So basically, I got $150 off.
Oh, you got the Razor Crest instead. That's what it was. And then...
Razor Crest. Oh yeah, I had to have that Razor Crest. I was thinking about doing a shorts video on my backlog because there's not enough to really make a big video out of it, and I thought I'd explain it because somebody had asked me not too long ago about it, and I was trying to explain to them it wasn't just sets that I was investing in. Like, there's a bunch of sets that I just have for giveaways, and then there's some sets like the land speeder I don't even know what to do with. I don't know whether to keep it, open it, sell it. Is anybody looking for a land speeder? Sealed?
Which
Miles?
No, I'm not. Thank you very much.
I think that was an impulsive buy I should have just not done.
The UCS one?
Yeah.
You don't want to build that?
I don't know yet. I'm not really fond of it. I don't think it should have been a UCS set. I think I bought it mainly because it's a UCS set and they had that promo with Aunt Beru and
yeah, I'm still waiting. Amber Light got hers.
And the best card keychain. I really do love the best card keychain.
I just got me 2 of the Aunt Beru. I got them on eBay.
Yeah, mine are in the mail. I got 2 as well.
Oh, did you get them after Sean was talking about them?
Yeah. I was told you that in the stream. I was like, I just ordered them. Well, you did too.
Yeah, no, they came yesterday. I'm so excited.
Dang, Scotty, kudos to you, buddy.
Dude, Hive, I'm like you though with the anger. Like in my area, people they just think that they can just pull up and double park wherever they want, put their hazards on, especially on like busy streets. And I almost died in a car accident because someone did that. And I flipped my truck and I ripped my finger off my hand, trying to save my dog. And like, so I get so angry. I yell at people when they do that. And they look at me crazy. But it's like, dude, everyone in the city just double parks in the middle of the road and puts their. It's like, find a parking spot, you lazy bastard. Like, go like.
I mean, look, man, and look, I feel like I'm pretty patient with all stuff. It doesn't. I don't really get mad usually just because of one thing or something. It's just when you see things over and over and over, man, you just get tired of just not calling people out about it.
But that's what I mean. It's in my city. It's
like,
constant.
Dude, look, I'm a very aggressive driver. Mrs. Hive would probably tell you I'm not because every time she's in the vehicle with me, I drive like I'm driving Miss Daisy. But when I'm just by myself, like in my truck and stuff, man, like, I'm pretty quick. So the biggest thing about me, and probably everybody knows this, is I can't stand people not using their blinkers. And I don't mean like if you're on a country road at a crossroad and there's no vehicles around and you don't use your blinker. I mean like in traffic, zigging out of traffic, you know what I mean?
What do you mean, give away my next move? What?
Oh, dude. Oh my God, it kills me. The reason it kills me is because you're either that lazy or that dumb. And I don't know which one is worse.
Right?
Yeah, it bothers me more when they're like coming at you, and are they turning right or are they not turning right? Yeah. You can turn. That's when it gets me the most.
Oh my goodness!
Like, thank you for letting me know 3 seconds before you make that turn.
Or like when people try and like I'm doing the right thing or the lawful way of driving, and other people are not, and then like they get cut off or something, and they honk their horn and they flick me off or yell something. I'm like, what's, dude? I'm offended. I'm like, me what? I gotta roll out my window and say, I can't remember how much can I curse on this thing, man.
You can just double check with. Sorry, Amberly, I forgot you on big screen here.
That's okay.
I'll double check if Amberly's got her helper kicking around.
But anyways, look, there are times in your life when you're driving, man. You've got to tell people. And look, don't be shy. roll down your window, give them a big finger, and say, "No, fuck you."
Well, I got arrested for getting out of the car, beating up a dude, and leaving him hanging out this window. So,
Hey, look, and it's a balance, man. Look, if somebody lets me in, dude, I'm giving you the thank you wave.
Right?
I'll give you a strong thank you wave, man. Like, like I appreciated that shit.
This kid I had my French bulldog who was old and handicapped. I just spent thousands on getting his back restructured. And so this dude in front of me is throwing quarters at my Mercedes and slamming on the brakes. This little punk kid thinks he's like funny. So he did it so much that my dog went flying into like the dashboard. So at the first light where I got him, I pinned him in and I got out of the car and I just started wailing on him. My lawyer was like, dude, you should have never got out of the car. I was like, yeah, no shit. But I'm arrested now, so get me out of this.
Right. Beetlejuice, I'm feeling that, man. Not indicating too late drives me crazy. Right. It's like at that point, it's like, I don't even know if the blinker's even necessary, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, so one thing I will say in some people's defense, or at least the justification for why some people don't do it is that, and this could just be like an LA thing.
Okay.
But when you put your blinker on, people will speed up so you can't get over like in front of them.
Yeah, that happens a bit here.
A lot of times they don't use their blinker right away because otherwise people like literally won't let them in.
Yeah, in California you have to have clairvoyance is how it works. So you have to be like.
In New York City, you're not allowed to turn on red, so most people don't do it anyway. It's like.
I seen Anna Nicola's comment. Yeah, putting people off in Chicago will get you shot. Look, most of the time I can control myself if I'm in a certain situation. But I have lost control of my emotions and temper.
We got the opposite problem up here, and as soon as you honk your horn at someone, for some reason, as soon as you honk your horn, they don't even look. Their instinct is just every time.
Because like Chicago's rough. Don't get me wrong; it's probably the roughest out in the country.
Dude, I regret it.
But Baltimore's. In some places in Baltimore, if you even look the wrong way, man, they'll shoot you.
Baltimore's up
It depends where you are in Chicago. It's not that bad.
Well, I don't know because like I was telling my bosses because they're in a whole different state, and they want us to just do certain things, and I'm like, look, we had 300 homicides in Baltimore, in 2022. That's just 300 homicides. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going into people's houses just because in their lease it says that we're allowed to enter, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, sorry. I wouldn't do that anywhere. You know what I mean? But it's just
you knock on the door when you're on your knees, so that way if they shoot, like it goes over your head.
Oh my
dude.
God.
Well, Oldendorf, that aggravates me because I'm handicapped. I have a handicap
So
pass. When I see
we're not taking a car ride up to Gary, Indiana, or
when I see people park in a handicapped spot that aren't handicapped, I go off.
The best way to handle that, honestly, is you take a picture of their license plate or whatever, or call the police.
That's what I do. I take a picture, but then they get mad at me for taking a picture. It's like, well, you see me with a cane here. My car has a handicap thing on it.
Hi, Wesley. Don't. Oh, crap.
Hey, what happened?
That was the worst, though. When I got out of the car and beat that kid up, I had to spend so much on a lawyer. It was like, I regret it, but it felt good to knock the crap out of him.
Why was he throwing quarters at your car?
He was just being a punk, dude. He like cut me off, and he was just being a punk. So I was like, oh yeah, and I lost it. I just lost because of my dog. I was mad that he like was screwing my dog.
You guys ever seen this before?
Yeah, that's an old part. It's not in that color.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the color.
That's like black and gray usually.
Oh, that's fun.
Right.
White.
Black usually, yeah.
And then check this out.
That's new, isn't it?
Ooh.
Oh, new to me.
Dude, that's like tea is for a cookie. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll buy that.
Right. Thought that was interesting.
Oh, I had something to threaten to kill me for not letting them pass when there is no way to let them. That's why I just buy a bigger truck. Everybody's a tough guy till they catch themselves standing in front of your truck.
Yeah. Oh,
I'd never do that.
This kid's face was priceless though when he saw me get out of the car and like his jaw dropped. He tried putting the window up and I snapped it and I pulled him through it. I broke his window, pulled him through it, and just started laying haymakers on the kid.
Hey, dog's man's best friend.
What I hate is when you're going like when the roads merging in like two lanes merging into one. And you got this guy speak like rush around a passage just to get in front of you.
Wesley, I can't.
Yeah, that's annoying when there's nothing but space behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they really did.
Here's the new ambulance that they GWP'd.
That's a GWP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I got that when I ordered my BD1.
That's another good set, the BD1.
Oh, well, I'm playing the game. I couldn't resist.
Do I want that or do I want the moving van?
But this one's double VIP and it's only $100 spend.
Okay, gotcha.
I bought this to get it. Plus, I got my I bought the Academy.
Oh, there
I
you go.
warned you, Amber. I warned you when you played that game that we were on a stream together, and I said you're going to end up buying the BD1 set.
You found stuff.
Oh my God, you did. You did. And like,
I told you.
the moment he jumped on my back, I was like, I'm buying this.
Yeah, I told you. I go, if you play that game, the storyline is very good, and he's such a cute little character that you're going to buy the set. The set's good.
Dude, that game is amazing. I finished that straight through. I didn't play anything else until I finished that game. It was
the new one's coming out soon.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but it comes out in like summertime. That's like June.
Yeah, I thought it was a year, but yeah, it's sooner is better.
And no, what was supposed to come out in March, they delayed it till the end of April was the last date I saw.
What kind of game is that? Like an RPG, first person?
Yeah,
shooter?
yeah, it's an RPG.
And mark my words, like I said, when all these leakers in Lego think that these lists that they have of sets are like set in stone. Lego always has surprise sets that they drop. Mark my words, in the first fiscal of the summer, the Zelda sets, one of them will come out at least because they're gonna piggyback the game.
It's Fallen Order, Nicole. Star Wars Fallen Order.
Yeah, Star Wars Fallen Order.
Okay.
It's an EA RPG. Came out a few years ago.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I was having internet issues, so you can still have Grogu on screen there. This is my animatronics. So like.
Oh yes, that's the cute one.
Yeah, it's almost too real looking.
Kill Grogu.
They will definitely drop a Zelda set when the game comes out. It'll be probably the first fiscal quarter of the summer. We'll get at least one Zelda set if they're going to do a Zelda set.
Yeah, the moment they announced this Grogu toy, man, I pre-ordered that sucker on Amazon. Sold. It was only like $50 or something like that.
Wesley,
Dude, on Etsy, they make Mandalorian armor that fits him, and it's rad, dude. They make a little Mandalorian armor that snaps onto him.
That'd be pretty cool.
Sick.
I have the plushie too. I have a plushie one too. The Zelda sets are going to be amazing. I will buy those just because Zelda's like my favorite Nintendo IP.
Oh, I'm definitely.
I'll have to see how they look first. If they show up looking like that Mario,
there might be some cool like enemy and like minifig that might be fun to have in just your fantasy world. There might be.
You'd have to finish the Kid Icarus mock that I'm doing. Everything's floating.
Oh, you gotta do that twice?
That's what I said, Cliff. That's funny, man.
I'm sorry, I should have. No.
Lego translates into Kid Icarus pretty well too. I mean, it's blocks, so I have to finish the tiling. But that was another game like Zelda.
Son of a biscuit.
Uh-oh, Cat's getting himself into trouble.
Well, I just spilled soda all over my stickers, unfortunately.
Just wipe them off. We'll be all right.
I was shocked too when I showed the Kid Icarus mock on Mayo's thing. Ingrid was like, "Oh, I play it to this day." Like Ingrid's a big Kid Icarus fan. I didn't realize that.
That's awesome.
That's what happens when you're a fur parent, people. They're almost more causing more ruckus than the real kids.
Yeah.
Go back to the beginning.
I'm joining you.
Hey, you did it once, you can do it again.
Power and believing in yourself.
I also got this in my order, and my daughter immediately said she wants to build it. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
What is that?
It's the micro architecture build that you have to use the VIP points.
It's like a Taj Mahal. It's like iconic.
Yeah. Yeah. Great Wall.
Yep.
The part. Like, yeah. So, but you have to use VIP points and then add it to your order.
Oh, like the rides. I got you.
Yeah. Like the dragon ride and the pirate ride.
Yeah. So, are you going to still go back and get that moving van, or?
I'll probably buy the modular and get the van. So
nice. You went into this January New Year with a plan.
I didn't buy anything, and I boycotted completely during Bionicle. Like
that Bionicle is garbage with purchase.
It is the worst.
Hey Yeti.
Hey Yeti, good to see you, bud.
It might be valuable just because
people
didn't get it. You know what I mean?
Sorry, Eric.
No,
for a theme though, that's all about masks. It's kind of screwed up that they did it that way.
But it's all brick built. It's not even real Bionicle.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's why it was so stupid. And somebody leaked someone leaked the 4 other options the designers presented to the brand manager, and they chose that one, and the other options were so much better,
So did Lego choose to make that because it was the cheaper option?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, because the other options were a little more fleshed out and they had more parts, and some of them actually had Bionicle molds. So if you can look it up, the leaks are out there and they are official.
The designers were probably going like this when they saw the choice.
That's part of being a pro designer. You always have brand managers. It's crazy. It burned me out having to do that shit. Struggle constantly, but it's a business, so I get it. But it's just you get sick of having to debate them so many times.
Yeah,
and it's with everything. When you're doing package design, when you're doing actual industrial design, there's always the brand managers that want to play art director.
Oh,
it's just a pain in the butt.
Or something, bro.
Well, a lot of times they just pick whatever the bottom line is. What's the cheapest one? Let's just do that one.
That too. They always want to cut corners. So like, we love what you did, but can you get rid of this and get rid of this and this? And it's like, well, then it's not what you just picked. Like, you're ruining it. You're watering it down. But
well, the thing is I mean, I'm wondering sometimes, like, do the managers like give the designers an actual design brief that says,
you get a brief every time. Yeah, you totally.
Well, the thing is,
they always tell you though. They say we want to stick to the brief, but we want an option that like will wow us, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they picked the one that was the cheapest, and like the other ones were still within the brief design, it's like, why won't you pick at least one that looked more Bionicle?
Yeah, exactly. You should look them up. The leaks are crazy. They were really good.
Well, didn't they quit making parts?
What's up, Yeti?
Bionicle.
Yeah. But the internal designers there have those parts. They have access to them. So
yeah. I don't know. I just the moment I was like, nope, not buying any Lego until that one's gone. Like, I don't even want that in my box, polluting my box.
A lot of people said that.
I was like, nope, sorry. But it might be worse on me because maybe they didn't sell as much Lego and they're just sitting. Well, it'll probably come back at another time. Is what will happen.
Yep.
So hopefully they'll do it where it's something overlapping, where it's like
Yeah, you can at least try to get 2 GWPs at one time.
Yeah, well, you get the intended GWP, and if you get that, just like parts or whatever,
Right.
Yeah.
Please have built that right. That would suck to have to do that again.
What's up, Yeti? It's good to see you. I haven't seen Yeti in a long time.
You just came back for last week.
Yeah.
Just a little Christmas vacation.
A little hiatus. Yeah.
It's in hibernation, that's all.
An R&R.
Hibernation, there you go.
I still can't believe they tried to replace him with a cow. That was just awkward.
Good job, Cal. Appreciate hanging in there. Being Cliff's co-host. Cal's makes me smile. He's a funny guy.
Oh yeah.
Dude, did you see the Eclipse graphics? He did a minifig and it's just got boners drawn all over it in marker.
Yeah, but he's passed out or whatever.
Yeah, like someone passed out of the party and they just boners all over him. That dude is getting crazy with the penis stuff because he sent me the sticker with the penis swishing around the head, the minifig head, and I was like, "Is this for real?" But now I realize he's got a penis fetish.
Somebody had a T-shirt that had showed me at I don't know if it was
is that right?
Beard Bricks or Rich saying showed me he had a T-shirt that had like the penis rocket ship.
Yeah, I have the sticker I showed, and no one believed me.
No, but there was one that it was on a T-shirt at Brick Fair, Virginia.
And everyone's like, "That's not. You don't have a sticker of the penis." I'm like, "Yes." And then Khan got one. He's like, "He's right. There's a penis swooshing around the head."
Yeah.
And now I realize that that guy's an Eclipse is just obsessed with not Eclipse or no Citizen Brick. He's obsessed with penises, I guess, because he's doing all this crazy stuff.
That's his inside joke. Oh, that's funny.
You know what's funny? There's more of a problem with that at the high school level than there is at the junior high level, which is really funny. I don't know what about high school boys, but man, they were notorious. But teaching in junior high is just it doesn't happen as often. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm saying it just.
Well, I mean, when I was young, I used to draw like robots with like machine gun boobs and all that stuff. But I mean, I always wanted to be an artist, and I would look at I would get books and look at all the famous sculptures. And you know, when you're a kid, you're seeing like naked sculptures and stuff like. So I was just like kind of into that art stuff, and teachers would always get mad at me. But then my art teacher would be like, "This kid's got talent. Like he wants to be an artist. Like they don't like he shouldn't get in trouble for it."
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I caught that mistake.
Maybe your teacher was from Canada.
No, my art teacher always supported me. She was cool. She's the one who she submitted me to in the National Academic Art Competition. I didn't even know. She submitted my work and I won. I went and met Ronald Reagan. Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I didn't even enter. She just entered me. And one day she's like, "You won." I was like, "What?" And my the White House. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, the only coolest person I ever met like for a school thing or whatever was Steven Spielberg.
That'd be cool.
That's dope too.
I met him at a press conference for Schindler's List. It was a humanities class, and I was one of like 3 people selected to go down to the press conference. So
it definitely helped on my resume. It helped me get jobs later in my career. They would see like that I won the National Art Award when I was like a kid. They were like, "Wow!" They would press them, and they would give me a shot, and then I'd have to prove myself, you know.
Yeah.
But it definitely helped to have that on my resume.
That's good.
Oh, more Technic, of course you would, right?
That whole thing's a Technic shell. I mean, like, you know,
definitely working that way. I guess the wheels got to flip in, so it has to be kind of spicy.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that art teacher. She's one of those teachers that just sticks with me. Like Miss Reddy, she was the best.
Those are good teachers.
Yeah, when you have a teacher like that you remember.
Tears you out.
I can't hide anywhere. I mean, if I'll be at Sam's Club and there'll be a kid across the entire store, and because I'm so tall, they'll be like screaming my name across the store. I'm like, oh god, here we go. Like, I can't hide anywhere, you know. Like,
and then I saw her later in life when I was in my 20s, and that's when I was working on Star Wars and all the cereal boxes and everything. And I told her, and she's like, "I always knew you would make it." And I told her, I was like, "You're the best art teacher I ever had."
So you kind of give her a bit of that credit. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, around in the corner here.
I remember helping students get into like West Point and stuff too. That was fun.
Miss Reddy, she was awesome. I love that teacher.
Most of my teachers told me I wasn't going to amount to much.
Well, that's what my other teachers did. His art teacher always defended me. She's like, "Well, he's a good artist. Like that's what he wants to do. He's drawing in your class because he doesn't care about math."
Apparently, neither did I.
But I didn't need to have the math to do web design. Now web design is easy because it's all templated and it's pre-programmed, drag and drop. But when I first started out, you had to actually be able to code.
Yeah, like that's how I learned on Notepad.
Yeah, you had to know HTML, then you had to know Java, and then that was always changing every 2 years. They were changing the program languages, so and now everything's easy. You can just go get a template and just bang it out.
Okay, I would argue like like if you just need something up and running, that's
I don't mean for infrastructures of like a store and online store and all that. Yeah, no, I know that, but for
start trashing programming, and Amberline is here to come out.
Just for for personal sites, it's pretty easy. Like these days compared to what it was.
Oh yeah. When things like Dreamweaver came out and whatnot back in the day, it definitely helped. Like the what you see is what you get kinds of things that help. But you still had to, if you weren't a good web designer and you didn't know how to go in and actually edit the actual HTML to make it look just perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's like those programs were helpful, but they weren't the end of the game.
Like kind of like the difference between newbie and professional, or
like when you're trying to scale things because like back then, like in the mid 90s, late 90s, everything was pretty much 800 by 600 resolution. It was like everything. But then once the resolution started getting bigger and like the 1024s and things like that, then you had to like start designing, where things could stretch more appropriately. It was more challenging as higher resolution graphics cards came out and whatnot. And then now you got mobile. So then mobile's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, then you have to do responsive sites, but Flash sites were popular for a while. Flash sites were
God, I hate Flash.
But Apple basically killed Flash when they started coming out with iPads.
Thank you, Apple.
Flash is actually back.
No.
Oh no.
It's actually part of the Adobe suite. It's called Animate now, but it's not like the Flash plugin like we're used to in web design, but they still have it though.
I remember the Macromedia programs, Fireworks. There's Fireworks, there's Dreamweaver, and then there was another one. What the hell was it? There was a third one. Oh, then there's Flash.
Then there was also what was it called? Oh shoot!
Take care, KO.
Oh my god, what was it called? It was like an interactive, it was kind of like a plugin. One that they did. I did a portfolio in it. Shockwave, yeah.
Shockwave, yeah. There was Shockwave. Yeah, that was Shockwave was like the
Shockwave was pretty cool. I made some really cool stuff in Shockwave.
Yeah, it was kind of like more Flash based too, though. Like it was kind of
but you could program in it, and it had
Macromedia Director was the best one.
Yeah, Flash was all vector based, whereas with Shockwave you could do like full raster graphics easier and things and do cool stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah.
What the hell is this thing asking?
Well, they were smart, Macromedia, because they didn't need to make 3 separate programs, but they wanted to make money, so they made them 3 separate programs. They could have easily made it all in one, but it would have been more complex, obviously. But obviously they want to make money as a company, so they made you buy 3 different things.
I learned on Photoshop 1,
I started on that,
and also Draw. I did Corel Draw.
I had that.
Paint.
Who's on page 58?
I'm on 54. I'm not there yet.
Quark Express. I mean, I've been through them all. I remember Jazz discs, zip drives.
Oh my gosh, Jazz disc. So when I started college, because I went to school for interactive media design.
Okay.
And in your portfolio kit, they gave you a Jazz disc. And these things were so awful. Like I'd heard stories where like students would go into the computer lab and they'd put like someone would have ejected their Jazz drive, and then they'd put their Jazz disc in, and all of their stuff was wiped out and replaced with whatever the previous Jazz disc stuff was.
Oh, it was like floating in cache and just like wiped it out or whatever.
It would just wipe it out. Yeah, they were so unpredictable. It was the worst.
They didn't last long. They didn't last long because of that.
No, they didn't. No. They got zip drives in there pretty fast.
Yeah, zip drives just blew them away. Like and all zip drive was like a micro disc CD just in a hard case.
What about the old, like you finally got the big giant drives that were Firewire?
Firewire drives. Yeah.
Those were the days, Firewire drives. Oh, the fastest thing ever.
It's funny, in my yearbook in middle school, it has I have this like third rail. I have all this. There used to be a graffiti company called Third Rail because in New York City, the third rail in the subways, all the graffiti writers write in the subways, and the third rail is the electric rail, so it'll zap you if you touch it. So there was a clothing company called Third Rail, and you see me in the computer lab on this ancient Mac. It was like, and it says like, you know, John in the computer lab doing something blah 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 brochure, and like you just see me sitting there in all this graffiti clothes smiling. Then I turned out to be a designer doing graffiti on Mountain Dew cans, so it's kind of ironic.
Steve,
Jay?
Look at Steve right there. I learned to program with a hammer and a slab of rock.
Well, Steve, happy Nate.
Hammer, chisel, and a slab of rock. Big Nate.
I remember those old Macs, dude. And when I look at that picture of my yearbook, I just laughed.
Good, Mikey.
I remember making my own telegraphs as a kid, and we actually ran the wire and everything, and you know, the whole magnetic, you know, on the nail and everything. And we had them going almost 50 feet. It was pretty cool.
Y'all lost me at hard drives.
And floppy disks, yeah.
What the hell's a keyboard?
I think there's a pill for that.
It all used to change so fast that you just had to keep learning and adapting.
In the 70s, I remember sitting at my dad's desk playing on the old green and black screen terminal.
DOS, yeah, DOS.
Before the mouse was even invented.
Yeah. You want to know something interesting? Because I'm left-handed, and I use a right-handed mouse to this day because there weren't a left-handed port, and the cord would never reach for the mouse for left-handed.
Oh,
so
yeah. I'm left-handed too. I use the trackball because it was easier, because it was, you know, more universal.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
I had to learn righty, so I like forced myself, and now I can't use a lefty mouse. Which is
but now you buy mice like this that are like, you know, and I can actually run two mice at the same time. It's actually kind of cool.
I use a tablet pen now.
I use
two mice
computer.
Cliff's got like a can with a string on it.
That's right. You know,
we're gonna have to send some signal flares for Cliff, let him know things are happening. Smoke, you know, messages. We'll do some Morse code. Smoke signals.
People I always worked with were like, they're like, dude, they would notice like you draw and sketch left-handed, but you use a mouse righty. I'm like, I was forced.
I'm the same way. I'm lefty too, so you know.
I'm lefty, but I used right-hand mouse trackball. But that's just because when my desk is covered in pieces, then I don't have to move my hand. I just whip my thumb.
I can use a mouse left-handed, no problem. It's no problem at all.
Well, nice. Now I'm getting a going live notification an hour and 15 minutes later. Take care, Chef. Good to see you again, buddy.
Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out.
We'll catch you soon. Earth World's going to be coming quick.
Dude, it's going to be crazy. All these people, it's just going to be like overload.
Well, I thought about that because last year, that like the opening and closing ceremonies, that room was pretty packed.
Oh, I know.
Like, how are they going to fit twice as many?
No, but there's a wall on the back that opens up into the next room. They can make it bigger.
Okay, good. I didn't notice that then.
Yeah,
right on.
That whole ballroom opens up into a giant room. So. But yeah, it's gonna be full.
Oh, sweet. Sorry. I got a little excited.
Did you pull those yellow bricks out too?
Yep.
I was wondering what it was asking me there for a minute. I was like, seriously?
Yeah, you put those in place just to keep the thing from flipping around on you, so it doesn't flip while you're trying to build, you know?
Yeah, I'm a little slow. It took me about 2 minutes after I took them off to realize that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
The Amber Light, you know, though, back in the day, like just a normal person without computer like knowledge or courses on programming would never be able to design their own website. And now there's all these stupid sites where people can just plug and play and make, you know, just personal, dumb, small stuff. But, you know, back in the day, unless you knew what you were doing, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, Blackboard's changed a lot. I mean, it's been like Blackboard has made it easy.
Are they want us to leave it on the other side now, Scotty? Or can we flip? Do we flip it back? We can flip it
Yeah, you want to leave it to where it's where the things are, where the wheels would be like upright, not flat. So I think you leave it in that position, actually.
This position here.
Yeah, where the things are up and down. Yeah, yeah. Not flat. Yeah, because that's the wheel mechanism right there.
Yeah, the wheel's going to attach probably to that orange piece.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, right in the middle. And then when you flip that switch, that makes the wheels change position, you know?
Gotcha. Well, mute myself.
Oh, you must be done.
Yeah, I have completed bag 4. I earned my smoke break, damn it. I'm going to take it.
Good on you, man. I'm just cracking bag 4.
I'm not even to bag 4 yet.
Dude, this kid in the Just Suited comments will not stop leaving. I'm just going to ignore this.
Oh, that's what I'd be doing, yeah. I just LOL everything he says.
That's kind of what I was doing.
Yeah, Brookworld's going to be pretty busy this year. Going to be super excited. I'm almost a little nervous and a little anxious for time management, getting around, talking to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be like a fucking concert. You're going to have no time to do anything.
Yeah, it might be. Well, I guess depends. Maybe like one group will be early morning risers. One group will be like late night people. So I'll be able to like kind of catch them all.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the room, like, you know, during the private days it's 24 hours basically. So I mean, you can.
I was in there more from 11 till 3 in the morning than any other time for sure.
Hell yeah.
You could do your thing, right? You walk around and there might be like in that convention, there might have been maybe another 15, 20 people in 100,000 square feet. So you felt like you're just by yourself, just staring at Lego Mocs.
Well, between that and the lobby and everywhere else, it was like,
yeah, exactly.
It was like people were everywhere. I mean, that lobby was like a nonstop, like, you know.
It seemed like a nonstop party room.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta jet people. I gotta get some stuff done.
Right on, Sidious. Good to see you. Thanks for the stories.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Always great chatting with you, man.
Later.
Everyone have fun putting together their DeLoreans.
Nice. Well, hopefully they get that to you. We'll catch up with you on Tuesday.
All right. Yeah. Hopefully you guys don't find any secret bags of blow inside like bag 4.
That's so you can get through the rest of the build, you know?
Yeah. Maybe you push through the other bags with that.
Absolutely.
All right. Later, guys.
Take care, man.
And then not only that, you know, it makes people want to go out and buy more DeLorean sets when they have that in there, you know?
Too funny.
I was hanging out with Larry Legend, like in Denver, in the store that he goes to. They got a pallet of DeLoreans that were damaged because it's a one of the outlet stores, and they went through that whole pallet. She said in like it was like 5 days. Like it was like gone.
Well, I could see that if they were on deal.
Yeah, they're on discount, you know. So
huge! I'd be buying them, scooping them up.
Yeah, I would buy 2 more of them if I had a good deal on it.
Yeah, for sure. One more at least would be cool.
Yeah, at least one more. But yeah, I would love to have 3 versions all displayed at the same time.
Yeah. The manager at Lakewood there in Denver is really good. She's really good.
With some kick-ass lights in them, too.
Mm-hmm.
Amber Light just opened bag 3.
Nice.
She's catching up.
I'm sure that the fellas can attest to the complexity of bag 3. And I guess I'll give you the heads up that I didn't give everybody else, but you have to build that contraption twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, where's that part at?
I know I should have been a nice guy and said something earlier, but yeah.
Yeah, why weren't you?
I know, because I was too busy building my damn self.
Scotty, what the hell?
I know. I'm gonna ask you.
They don't warn you till like step 60. They're like ×2.
No, it's the very last step that you finish building that, and by the way, you got to make another one.
There's only one bag 3, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's start sorting some pieces out. I'm not seeing them.
Uh-oh.
I'm missing the 1x2 modified plate so far, unless I'm blind. The 2x2.
No comment.
Dude, they're not.
Hey, Mark, what day do you think the medieval times would be best? Think like Thursday, maybe, or like
Yeah, it depends how people
Friday?
feel. Thursday, or maybe even like a public night, like a Saturday, if everyone's leaving Sunday.
Oh yeah, that might be. Yeah, Saturday might not be bad. But they have the garage sale though on Saturday, so that might be.
Ooh, we don't want to miss that. And then maybe it won't be so busy if there's a whole bunch of us. Maybe like a Thursday night might not be as busy there as a Saturday. Dude, I don't see those pieces.
Well,
One by one.
says they're always in the bag.
Where you at?
They're in the bag. You can get them all out.
What step are you on, Macro?
I'm on page 66, step 2.
Execute order 66.
So that's where I'm at with you.
I don't see my parts. I got all my black parts pulled aside.
I don't have it either.
So it's not just me?
Uh-uh.
Maybe there's another bag you missed. Is there a little bag somewhere?
Or maybe Cliff missed the same damn bag. I don't know.
No, it wasn't there.
I sorted out all my black parts, so you think that would be the telltale way to narrow it down.
Right.
Scotty obviously had them.
Yeah, I had all my parts. I had one or two that I lost underneath the instruction booklet, but I found them.
Lift that up. Let's check under the stickers. No.
But I only remember one bag 3.
I mean, I'm on bag 4, Story. There's only one bag 4?
There's 2 bag 4s. Yes, there is 2 bag 4s.
Was there?
See?
Shit, right in front of my face, too.
Yeah, but I can be used to some kind of way. Shit.
Great minds think alike, Cliff. We would have been missing all kinds of pieces.
I'm surprised you weren't missing pieces already.
Right.
I bet we have them now.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep, right there it is.
There they are. Too funny.
Whose idea was this? Why do they put them? Why do they put them in 2 bags? I don't understand.
I always ask that too. Why not just give us one massive bag 4?
Well, then then you should just buy blue bricks.
Yeah, true.
Why should we buy blue bricks?
Because they really come in one giant bag.
You gotta sort them all.
Yeah.
So,
big table.
That's my only downfall of some of those alternate brands is I feel spoiled. Maybe it's just feeling spoiled with the number bags, but
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, sometimes it just seems too easy, too, though. It's just like.
Yeah, I like a happy medium. I also get a little extra frustrated when I'm looking for a part. And actually, Eric knows for literally 2 hours only to realize that part doesn't even exist. And they sent me the mirror angle build that I need, or the mirror angle plate that I needed.
Yeah, I remember that one. You're right.
I was losing my mind. I was like, there's no way. It's just me. It happens every time. It's just me.
I know.
That's
Maybe on the 18 plus sets they can like have a few missing pages of instructions we have to figure out using the forest or something. You're 18 plus, you can figure it out.
Hey,
yeah. Journal of the Scots, what's up?
Hello, Journal of the Scots.
Hello, Sky.
Might be still rolling, see what everyone else wants to do. Saturday for me, I got no real agenda.
Unfortunately, I have work tomorrow.
I hear you. Glad I got in a little bit early then instead of starting her at 7:30.
Right. Yeah. The start time worked out great for me, man. I had just enough time to come home, take a
Nice.
shower, get something to eat, get my build space set up, and be ready to go.
Good, man. Good. Worked
Yeah.
out. That and Cliff, I just wanted to take, not step on toes and just take some stuff into consideration to say, hey, at least I tried.
Right.
You good?
I still got to cook some snacks for the Super Bowl tonight too.
You having people over for that?
Oh no, it's just the kids and the wife and everybody. But I always it's basically like a snack-a-thon all day. There's no such thing as breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's just like throwing some wings or throwing some taquitos or throwing some chicken or whatever.
You got to have some meatballs. Got to get the Swedish meatballs.
We did meatballs on Friday, so
okay.
So yeah,
sounds bad, but we do like the Swedish moose balls. Same thing, but
we have some teriyaki meatballs that we can put in.
They're good. Oh, now that it's not as Technic heavy, I'm feeling a little bit better about it.
Yeah, it's after you get past that, it's a bunch of like little modular builds that you put on one at a time.
Like skin pieces?
Kinda, yeah. It's all still stuff build, but it's not as Technic stuff. It's all system parts at least.
Yeah. Don't mean Technic's not system, what?
So if I make a mistake, it won't take me a half an hour to come back and fix.
Exactly.
They'll give you an inverted plate that's not needed.
I think we got through that.
Yeah. Well, that's the other one that I don't know if it's just me, but I swear I've had one or two parts and I've gone and looked through the instructions. Look. I was like, I don't need these. It's like, what? What am I missing? Is Lego just playing with me right now?
Yeah, whenever there's like a 1x2 plate left over or something odd like that, I always second guess myself.
No, the one thing you'll know is if you're building Lego, if there's two of the same part, that's when you did something wrong usually.
Yep.
If there's leftovers and you're like, why do I have two 1x1 Azure tiles? You're like, that's not some. I missed one somewhere.
Yeah, I'll go back then, but this time I was missing. It was like we'll say a 2x2 plate, so Lego generally doesn't.
They would never give away that.
Yeah, and I went back looking like more than once. I went through the instructions a couple times, and I could not find where I missed it. So at that point, I was like, I think Lego's just messing with me.
Dude, I built a Blue Bricks modular building, and I kid you not, there was like a handful of 1x16 bricks that were left. Like, I mean, literally like a whole handful of them. I was like, good God, what did I do wrong? I'm like, no, didn't miss anything. There's extra. I was just like, holy, there's some of the leftover parts I found on Blue Brick sets have been just insane. It's like, what?
Yeah, like substantial usable parts.
Oh yeah, nothing like you would think. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like extra window frames, doors, bricks, profile bricks, like everything. Like, like, all right, I'll take them. Take whatever.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The collection has quick.
Could you imagine Lego actually like putting in an extra 1x16 brick in there? I mean, that would be like
never.
Yep.
Hey, that's cool. In 2011, the A car, because apparently there was 3 cars, A, B, and C. Each one had a little different detail for different scenes. The A car, having suffered years of neglect, was lovingly restored and is now on display at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles.
They're redoing the DeLorean, right? Isn't they remaking them?
Yes, they do have a new style DeLorean coming out.
Yeah.
Yep.
That could be cool. The
DeLorean
sports car.
If
you look up Supercar Blondie, she did a review on one.
Is it a gas or is it electric?
Electric.
Cool. So it's going to actually go pretty damn good then.
Yeah.
There's an article I was reading about the Los Angeles skyline, and they're saying that since electric cars are starting to take hold over there for the past like 5 or 6 years now, that like the skyline, you can see the visible change of the skyline since electric cars. Like, because like when I grew up, man, you go driving up to LA from San Diego, and the brown haze over the city was just terrible. But now the live pictures of it, you can actually see the buildings, and it's like you're like, holy cow.
Yeah, the haze smog is not so thick anymore.
Yeah, gross.
I mean, like I said, you can like your gas cars or whatever, this and that, but I'm telling you, like, there's a reason why. Especially and like out in the country, obviously, gas cars are not that big a deal, but in the big cities where it's that congested, it's just
Yeah, and you're just sitting there for hours.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, the
with electric cars, my only thing is, where does that electricity come from?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, each place makes it different. Yeah.
The one thing about solar though is nice is that, I mean, most structures, if you put solar panels on the roof, could generate the electricity that building needs. You don't even really need,
There you go, Seth. He said no, it's because everyone in Cali is still locked down.
Well, that too. If they're not driving as much, but either way, the point is that, like, with less cars on the road,
right.
No matter what, it's reduction of smog.
Yeah, during COVID, India had to shut down pretty much, and they said it was the first time in centuries that they had clear skies because all the factories had shut down.
Well, up here, especially since we got that carbon tax, I'm down for all that. But like, why aren't they dumping all these solar panels on the buildings, putting our tax dollars to good use? Then
yeah, I know.
More money to.
I'm thinking about in my new house putting a ground array on, because like with the acreage we have, there's a really nice berm on the back side of the property that faces south. So if I put a ground array down there, if I ever want to expand it or this and that, it's easy to do rather than put it on the roof. Because plus then when the solar panels, if some start going out, it's easy to swap them in and out without any problems. I don't have to worry about hail damage on the roof or whatever. There's because anytime you have something on your roof, it's kind of like
vulnerable.
Yeah, there's always a risk of something happening to it or whatever. So like having a ground array, I think would be, because it's basically, it'd be right behind a bunch of pine trees. So like from the street you would never see it, and then
Yeah, and like you say, even if there is hail damage, it's all on the ground. It's probably gonna be like
it happens. And then when the solar panels run out of their life cycle, just start swapping them out real easy. You don't have to worry about rewiring nothing.
Right. Have a good night, SD Bricks. Thanks for hanging out.
Take care, SD.
Later.
See you hopefully tomorrow morning. Good morning, Brick World.
Yep. Good morning, Brick World.
You're right about that, Richard. I don't know any state that has a power grid strong enough to support everybody having an electric car.
Well, the one thing they're saying in California is that, and the way the grid is working now, is that they're forcing power companies to start having solid state, battery storage of electricity rather than generating on demand like we've traditionally done. That's the biggest problem. It's like the best thing we can do is like have electricity on hand that we can pull from, because if we're going to start using electricity the way we possibly might, we can't. You can't just generate it when it needs it. You got
it's not a sunny day every day.
Well, that's what they did in Southern Australia. They're having that trouble. They're getting rolling blackouts and things like that because they couldn't generate enough electricity for their air conditioners and whatnot. And then him like Elon Musk and the director of energy down there were like, he's like, Elon's like, I can build you a battery backup system that could handle all your stuff, and we can do it in like 90 days or whatever. So then the minister said, okay, we accept your, because he said, if I can't build it in 90 days, it's free. Right. So then he builds it, and like the ability of the battery system to trigger to back up the regular system was so much faster than their regular generators. It was like there's almost like no droppage of power. Like it was literally able to handle the load. And so that's what I'm saying. Like we just got to start rethinking how we use and how we store, and
how we live and how we consume.
Yeah, I agree, Richard. I don't think lithium batteries are the best option, but I think battery technology is something that we should invest in and figure out better ways of storing electricity.
Start canceling all these sports stadiums.
If only the U.S. government never seized all of Nikola Tesla's works, we might be somewheres in that whole electrical field system.
Yeah, I don't. There are some liquid state things that they've shown promise and whatnot that hold charge well, and that it's there's a lot of technology that might happen in the next 10 to 15 years. It's just you got to. The only reason why we have change is you have to have a drive, like a reason to change.
Well, even if they got the technology, why would they not want to make money?
Well, because status
money.
Yeah, but status quo has made them so much money. Why change? It's like it change is hard. It's like why would I want to change when I'm already making money?
Well, yeah.
They say the mother of invention is necessity.
Yeah, if also we ran out of oil, then it would be a huge push to figure out other ways. But because we still have an abundance, you know what I mean? It's not we're not going to run out in our lifetimes or our kids' lifetimes. There's plenty of oil to go around. But
I just think even with the government, the way they talk, they make so much money and this and that, oil taxes, whatever. You can probably go research and get into it pretty deep. But do they even want to? Like, is it just a fake facade up front? Like, do they even care enough to change, to invest in research of technology? Or are they just like, here's some solar panels, here's some windmills, we're trying?
I think the people who are in control don't really care, because they
but they got the money.
They just want their subsidy. They want their subsidy until they die, and then they'll let the next generation handle the problem. It's like
I could reuse whatever bags from Walmart over and over again, but until Coca-Cola starts reusing bottles and stop making new ones, it's like a never-ending problem.
Actually, that's kind of funny you mentioned that. Like Coca-Cola and Pepsi and like 7-Up and whatever, they actually re-engineered their bottles where like they could literally even the cap, everything is completely recyclable, and they actually want to use the.
Well, yeah, I was wondering that for probably since I was 16. Like, why don't you just melt down 2 bottles and clean it, form it into one?
Yeah.
I remember taking courses in school for options, and you get like a sheet of plastic, you throw a bunch of tools or whatever, it heats up, vacuums it down, and now you got some cool looking sign.
Yeah. I mean, the big thing is also figuring out like life cycles of products and whatnot, and like thinking about, okay, when this product is at its end, what do we do with it? If it goes into a landfill, obviously that's just the norm. But like if you could like take the shell, chop it up, and use it for a building material or something else.
But you hit the nail on the head. They got to figure it out. And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, life cycles of products is something that we don't spend enough time thinking about. If we want to be ecological, if you don't care, okay, I mean, that's your own personal opinion. But I'm saying, if you want to be ecological, then you got to figure out those problems. Same thing with energy. It's the same thing. It's like you can't like all of a sudden just go full electric cars and assume everything's gonna be perfect. That's not how it works. You got to figure out all the in betweens.
I don't think there'd be change until the next generation who's frustrated and actually wants a better world or a healthier world. All the old politicians have to get ruled out. Scotty's kids, your kids, Amberlia's. That's the new generation that might make that change, care enough to not worry about the money and worry about the planet.
I remember my mom would like write a check for a freaking quarter because she was too afraid to use her credit card, and now she uses like debit card. It's like, I mean, a lot of these, the older generation, they're just, they're like I said, they're happy where things are because it doesn't affect their bottom line. It doesn't affect things, And if they have to start investing capital into other forms of, technology that cost them money, it's, I mean. It is what it is,
We had hoped so. We just don't.
Well, I mean, if you look at gas prices, right? Like gas prices. I mean, there's plenty of oil out there, plenty of it, and the refineries just they stop production, this and that. They're all controlled by oil tycoons and investors and this and that. And raising the oil prices just makes them have more profit. It has nothing to do with like, oh, we can't produce the gas. If we had a gas problem,
I agree.
It would be like the 70s where, okay, if your address is an even number, you can come to the gas station today, and you can, if you have an odd number, you can come to on this day. I guarantee you right now, I have not seen one single gas station ever run out of oil since the gas prices have gone up. I mean,
exactly.
So what's interesting about that? Like when the war happened in Ukraine,
Yeah.
and stuff, like they already started raising gas
Oh,
prices.
yeah.
Preemptively. There was
yeah.
this one person who made a joke. They were like, "Can I just have the gas at the bottom there? Because that was before the war. That was a lot cheaper."
Yeah. Yeah.
For real.
Can I have the gas in this tank of your storage tank? You know that one was before the war started. Can I just get out of that one?
Yeah.
Charge me more on the new tank. You know, fill that one up. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey y'all, I hate to do it, but my phone is about to die, and it's getting kind of late for me, so I'm gonna have to be rolling out. But before I go, I wanted to give you all a little sneak peek of my next project here. As you can see, I've got the gas stuff moved on to a Mills plate, and this is going to get extended both ways and gonna fill up the entire 32 by 32 base plate when I'm done with it.
That will be cool. Look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, it's cool.
So yeah, that's you know the whole set right there, and then right there is the other one for parts.
Nice.
That's good.
I'm cheating.
Yeah. But it was awesome hanging out with everybody. Thanks for having me, Macro. I'm glad you put this little group together for our DeLorean build. It was really fun, and I look forward to the next installment.
So that's going to be Tuesday. I'll send you a link.
Excellent. I look forward to that, Amberlaya.
Perfect.
All right. We'll catch everybody in the next one. Everybody in chat, thanks for hanging out. Glad to see y'all. And y'all take care. Later, everybody.
Until next time.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Yeah. Mikey, I agree. It's like everybody has they think their side has all the answers, and the point is everyone needs to work together.
I have all the answers. Dang it! I'm joking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the problem.
I don't even think there is an answer. That's what I'd say. That's where
true. But you have to figure out something that's equitable that works at that moment. You can't change the world in a day. You can't.
True.
You're gonna have to like set a goal. Like, here's what our goal is in the next 15 years or 20 years or something. You can't just go cold turkey and like expect everybody to be happy about it. You got to figure out how to get both sides happy as you can, but you can't please everybody. It's just not going to happen.
That's a good point. It's not going to happen.
Why not?
Oh, especially nowadays. That's right. Especially nowadays.
I'm gonna take my toys and go play somewhere else, because if you won't play by my rules, yeah,
we're getting there.
I swear the Senate and House Representatives is like a freaking sandbox of just whiny babies. It's like,
usually.
I don't know.
When I become president,
yeah, when you become president and everybody's still a bunch of whiny babies, yeah, that's gonna help out Cliffy.
Hey, we're not gonna be that way.
When I become president, first thing I'm going to do is hold everybody accountable except for myself.
Yeah, but first you got to become American.
Okay, when I become prime wiener of Canada,
then the fact that since you're not a naturalized citizen, you can't be president. So that's another problem. You have to change that one. Change that rule first.
Other than some of that, is there, well, it might be a little bit more handpicked, who knows how that stuff goes down, but is there credentials or requirements to be president? Because Prime Minister of Canada was literally a guy off.
Yes.
You have to be a citizen. You got to
be a certain age.
Certain age,
yeah.
That's
But for Senate or House of Representatives, it's much more open, and it's just age, and you have to be a citizen. It's much easier. But to be president is much more stringent.
I don't think so.
You can be an immigrant and be a house. You can be a representative. You can't be an immigrant and be president.
Oh, well, no, yes. You have to be a natural born citizen.
Yeah. There's more restrictions on president than there are on like House representatives and things like that. But they still have age limits and things like that, like for everything. There's common requirements for everything.
Anarchy. No.
I think for president, I think you have to be 35. I think it's
35. Yeah.
Hey, man.
That's way too young.
Well, what's the youngest president we've had?
That seems pretty young for that amount.
John F. Kennedy?
Kennedy, yeah, 40s. Yeah.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right. I think JFK was probably the youngest.
Did he do a decent job before? Well, you know.
Well, obviously not, because he pissed somebody off.
Pissed somebody off.
Somebody wasn't happy with what he was doing, because obviously that didn't work out.
Yeah, but that means he could be doing a good job for the people and just pissed off.
Sure. Yeah, but the thing is, like, anytime you have some maniac that's willing to do something, or
that's how I should put it. Did society like him?
I'm not gonna go into like conspiracy theories, because that's gonna open a can of worms. And they're like, you know.
But like the people, would they have voted him in again? I guess.
Oh, I'm sure he would have been voted in.
He would have been. He would have done an actual decent job.
So, Richard says the CIA just admitted they killed him.
Is there a least favorite president? Whether it was in your time or just policies that maybe
there's several that were really bad. Like Taft was not very popular. Even what's his name? Carter was not very popular. I mean, there are some that didn't last 2 terms. But,
okay.
Basically, if you survived 2 terms, you were considered obviously a decent president. George Bush #1, he only survived 1 term. Of recent days, it was basically Reagan did 2 terms, Clinton did 2 terms, Obama did 2 terms, Bush did 2 terms. But yeah, I mean, just Carter was the worst. Richard, you didn't even remember Carter. You should just you're too young to even remember Carter. Were you even born when Carter was even president?
Eric is not building the DeLorean.
I'm not building the DeLorean, no.
Nor was Hive, but he had the DeLorean. They had built the DeLorean. Have you built the DeLorean, Eric?
No, I never bought. I buy more of the Batman stuff.
Did this guy sneak in here? How'd he get in?
I don't know. He sent me a link, so I just like.
Wow, what are you doing, Mail? You get all your stacks ready for your big game tomorrow?
I need to. How long are we going to be on?
Oh, I don't have a time restriction. Stop at bag 4 and then just keep shooting the crap.
I wonder if I'm going to pull out my Sanctum set and build it.
Let's see where's Mayo at. He's kicking around in chat wall.
I've got so many sets to build. It's almost daunting.
So I'm gonna have to jump off in a little bit just because I've got Good Morning Brick World tomorrow.
I hear you. Sorry about last weekend too.
Is it Super Bowl edition? Is it going to be like crazy?
No. No, we're talking displays.
Yeah, last weekend you were up pretty late.
Lane. No, I'm joking.
We're not going to have like Chief in the Falcon like mocks or something.
Artwork, dots art.
Or if I say Eagles, I remember I think Atlanta Falcons, the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Hey, Mail, that'd be a cool project for you if you ever want to chew through some parts. Go get your favorite sports teams, take their logo, put it into that website, and turn it into dot art.
Long live dots.
I want to do that.
I honestly didn't realize the Super Bowl was tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, it doesn't happen until like later in the afternoon. So.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, my husband follows soccer and stuff, but mostly it's when it's the Stanley Cup. That's when.
Do you guys subscribe to Peacock?
What?
It's not that kind of stream, Eric. Keep it clean, buddy.
The streaming service Peacock from NBC. They have a whole like premiership like on like millions of channels there. They have like they show like almost every premiership game on Peacock, like from the different networks from USA, NBC, like all of them.
What do they wait to do right now?
between them and Fox, you should be able to see like almost every, premiership. And then Apple Plus has MLS. Like you can buy a subscription to MLS for them.
Well, we have we pay for ESPN.
Okay.
Because I get a discount, so it's we have like the whole bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN and all that stuff.
Is he like MLS or Premiership?
I don't know. My husband would.
Does he like the U.S. soccer or does he like the English soccer?
Well, I mean, he likes both, but he's an LAFC fan.
Oh, so MLS. Okay. Yeah.
In fact, he flew out to the game that the champion game that they won.
Well, yeah.
Nice.
Well,
I like MLS. I like the Chicago Fire.
Uh-oh, Cliff, lay it on us. What's going down?
I don't know yet. I think I messed up somewhere.
Oh.
Time for to throw it against the wall.
What step are you on?
Oh, I'm on step 124, but something fell off. I don't even know where it went.
Uh-oh.
124. You're way ahead there. Okay.
Well, you'll be able to catch up because I got to figure out where this piece went.
I'll keep an eye out.
Ah, there it is.
Fun fact.
I was watching my Apple TV Plus streaming service, and they are offering the whole MLS season for like 20% discount right now.
Oh.
It's like, I think $60 or something like that. I don't know, something.
God bless America.
Nice.
So if you have Apple TV Plus, you can subscribe to that. There are probably other deals too, but
yeah,
they're going to be doing a whole bunch of streaming of MLS on Apple.
I have everything but Peacock and Peacock and Netflix.
So you do have Apple TV?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Look on there because they have, like I said, if you like soccer, that's definitely an option. I have like everything. I have like Discovery Plus, HBO, Netflix, Apple, Paramount Plus.
Lots of tight fit.
Oh, I don't have Paramount either. That one. That's it.
Prime.
I'm too cheap.
Technically, I have Prime.
I even have Crunchyroll and Funimation and
wow.
Dude, I'm like the streaming king when it comes to like
Netflix, Prime.
I got all that. I even have like Epics and what is it?
Damn, how do you even get any Lego built with all that streaming?
That's how you get Lego built.
Yeah,
you just like watch it build.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But my kids watch all that stuff too, though. I mean, it's like, you got 5 people in the household. There's always something that somebody wants something. Oh yeah, Disney Plus and all that.
I have Hulu Premium. I actually watch mostly Hulu.
I want a Hulu Premium, but they canned my my marquee network for the Cubs, and I can't. They used to carry it, but they don't carry it anymore. So now I have to use Fubo TV because they carry the marquee network. So I can't. I mean, hell, I would pay $80 a month just so I could have my Cubs if they would just let me buy the stupid channel and I would just dump, Fubo TV all in together.
Oh, flip it back upside down.
Oh, I don't have I don't have like any of the live services or channels. I just have Hulu Premium. So
the commercial free Hulu. Yeah, I have that too. Yeah, I have that too. I have the regular. Yeah, I have the regular Hulu content for like their
like that. Come on.
Their own shows and all that stuff.
I just don't like ads.
For some of this.
Oh, what the?
What step? Are you on the same step I am in?
The front little fender piece. It might be the back. It's pretty brittle. Maybe I'll try setting the damn thing down.
A pain in the butt. You gotta have small fingers.
Yeah. If your husband likes the premiership in England, Peacock might be worth getting because they have, at least during the season, because they have because they run live games on like all their different networks, because like NBC has like a million different networks, and they're showing everything, like all the different, doesn't matter what, Westminster or whether it's Man U or Liverpool or whatever. They show.
Hey, you guys.
What's up, Moments?
What's going on?
What did I do? Weekend
Oh, actually, my husband's in the chat. Did you hear that, Chris? Or King's Rule?
Oh, King's Rule, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, Cliff. I screwed something up too.
My fingers were too big. Like, what the heck?
But Fox has been showing a lot of premiere, and like I said, between NBC and Fox, man, they're showing like pretty much everything for premiership.
Oh.
Yep. See, I did the exact same thing.
I must be missing a piece or something because this doesn't even line up. I'm like a plate height difference. What did I do?
Yeah. Yeah, ESPN Plus has some good stuff.
Oh, I'm sweating again.
ESPN Plus has all like the oddball things too.
There is supposed to be a 1x1 round plate on there that I didn't put on.
Yeah. I thought I saw Kings. I thought they had like the German league and the Italian league on ESPN Plus.
Happy Saturday, Chris.
The Spanish league. Yeah.
Oh, Mike Mayo does the Peacock too, eh?
What the heck?
I do the Hulu and Netflix thing.
Yeah, that's your husband's on it. See Apple TV right there, package right now. If you, like I said, it's on discount. If you haven't bought it now, buy it now. Well, it's 20% off or whatever it is.
Let's try this.
The whole season. Yeah. I love the Spanish league. Spanish league's a lot of fun. Italian league's a lot of fun.
Well, that's better once you put all the pieces in, according to the instructions.
There's not many sports that I don't enjoy.
All on one package. So do you guys have to get more than one package to watch your teams, or
there's if you have like what he has with ESPN Plus and then like Peacock, and if you have access to Fox, because Fox will do stuff on FS Sports and then on their Fox station, you pretty much see as much as like you have access to the States. It's pretty,
Technic again.
I could have maybe got us to build this a little bit different, egg clip.
Yeah.
Biscuit eater.
What?
Fire
Which
truck red.
Is that a
Which versions are you guys building?
The third version. I was going to go with the second version or movie number 2, but once Cliff filled me in that the wheels do fold in on all versions, I'm going with the third one.
Oh, cool.
Worst case, I can always go back and switch the hood around. I think that's about the only major difference, isn't it?
Moments, is that a Mickey Mouse behind your Christmas tree there?
Of course. I got Mickey Mouse all over the place.
See you, Mikey.
Take care, Mikey. Catch you next time.
Later, Mikey.
Yeah.
Later, Gator.
That'll be a good stream when that Rivendell comes out. Mikey will be doing that, going over all his old school Lord of the Rings sets.
I don't watch the France League.
Okay, we'll leave that like that.
I have seen the German League. I have seen Spain. I've seen Italy, Premiership.
Yes. There we go.
Oh, see, look at that. There's another mistake.
The French League's probably pretty good.
Shit, that's Worcestershire.
Like Yosemite.
Is it the Cat Amber Lie or is it the little Technic build?
I did things wrong.
I did see a footy tat. I did.
I've had some of those moments. I've just tried to bite my tongue.
I apologize. I didn't mean to go there.
Oh, it's all good.
That's fine. No, man.
It's not like we haven't heard it on your stream before.
I've heard your ears. I've heard your ears. Oh my god.
I try. I try to.
That's why I don't build as much technically. It'd be like I'd be doing that the whole process.
Oh my gosh! So,
Amber, do you need a Grogu moment? Do you need Grogu?
Oh,
I make you feel better.
Here we go.
No Grogu. Go out there.
Yeah.
So what's funny is like I've mentioned before, like, when I play video games, I tend to start
The sailor comes out of you.
Oh, for sure. But I was playing the Jedi Fallen Order, and my daughter wanted to watch because she was super interested, and I messed something up, and it just slipped right out of my mouth, and I was like, I didn't mean that. And
your eyes get all big and like,
Mommy swore.
like when it comes to video games, I cannot control my.
I gotta get you playing Dark Souls 3.
That's when the little one goes to the babysitter.
Oh no.
Amber, I'm telling you, I would pay for Dark Souls 3 for you at any platform that you want, just to have you stream it. Just
Oh my gosh. No, because I'd probably throw the controller.
I've had to do the streaming, like where you can take over your friend's like controller and play it for them to beat bosses before.
Oh wow. I've made my husband do things for me before.
Oh my god, that game makes so many people. If you want to see some funny YouTubing, just put in like Raging Dark Souls 3 and you'll like find videos galore of people like literally throwing things and like losing their mind.
All right, there we go.
I screwed something else up.
What?
Again.
It was like, this looks like a car yet? No. I do have a vehicle that's completed. It's the new ambulance there.
If you do it as a stop motion, you can see where all your pieces are.
This needs to come up one.
But my vehicle is significantly
All right, so the next episode, I'm going to try to pay attention a little bit better to the instructions.
They're just a suggestion, Macro.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but when you get to the next page, you realize it's mandatory.
I'm telling you, it'd be pretty hilarious if like all of a sudden they just randomly took pages out of the instruction book just for 18 plus sets just to drive them nuts.
That should be a Brickworld Chicago event. Get a couple people together and you all gotta do like 3 pages, any 3 pages,
or just rip out like every third page
and just get and see what people come up with.
See if people can figure it out. It has to be something very technical too. Something like, you know.
I don't know if I like that gap there either.
Some of the fake brands though, they have the instructions where they like dim out the color, and like I almost find it more annoying.
Or instructions that jump 3 pages and then go back 3 pages, kind of like that anyways.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Before I get too far, because I'm the most farthest behind, right? Is this part? I don't know if you can all see that. Like, let's see here if I can get kind of close there. Like, is this part supposed to be kind of loose in this thing?
Yeah, you'll put the elastic bands on that. The elastic band will go that gray little stub to that yellow piece, and then it won't hold it, or then it will hold it a little tighter.
Okay. I didn't want to get too far because I am building both at the same time. Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that was correct.
Yeah, they eventually kind of connect to each other. The build of it's pretty fragile and floppy for a bit, though.
Okay, yes, I've noticed that.
Those in-system rubber bands are a necessity.
They save the day.
I went and bought some like hair tie rubber bands to replace some of like the forklift pieces. They work just as fine, like the little itty bitty one.
Well, they'd probably last longer, those hair bands too.
I think I have a box of them here somewhere. I found a like a black one, like a whole box of black ones. I found them at like Walgreens or something.
What's Magic Building plugging away over there?
I am doing the jazz club.
Nice.
Stop motion build of it. Hopefully I have it done by next week.
Interesting. So how's that? Like a piece picture, or what?
Yeah. Yeah. Move it just one stud, take a picture of it, then move it another stud.
Is that Skybricker Ranch that you got going on there?
No.
That's a passion of love doing those videos.
Oh, this is neat.
What's neat?
Well, now that it's got the rubber bands,
Yeah,
like the
hold
stuff
it
it's doing.
Those in-system rubber bands are a necessity. You can't live without them.
Can't live without them.
Yeah.
Neat.
Keep the whole build from just completely crumbling and falling apart.
Rack and peanut steering.
Rack and peanut.
I've had a few rack and peanuts go bad on me, but never had a rack and peanut go. Oh my god.
Yeah, speaking of which, a damn check engine light came on my truck the other day.
Oh no.
Yeah, it runs fine. I swear they put the wrong oil in it when I took it to get an oil change last. I usually do it myself. But this time I was just whatever, didn't have the time. It's cold out. I can't remember exactly why. And I don't think they put synthetic in it when they should have.
Ooh. When did you switch to synthetic?
When I bought it, brand new.
Oh, okay.
So the fact that it has one oil change without it, I'm just wondering if it's like throwing off any goofy sensor or something.
Where did you get it done? Where did you get the oil change done at?
It's called like Great Canadian Oil Change. It's kind of like a little chain up here.
Okay. You would think you would know.
I thought this live stream was supposed to be a time to travel back in time.
A time to travel back in time and correct some mistakes.
So what happened?
Back in time or in the future?
No, as in why isn't everyone, including me, not traveling back in time?
Well, because my movie's the future.
Yeah, it's the future.
Or is it because I called out Eric and I let the cat out of the bag or something?
Oh no, we had Hive on before a little technical glitch got him.
Okay.
Videos too.
Because I thought everyone was supposed to be building the DeLorean.
It's kind of how we started the first hour or two.
Well, I'm still building it because I'm slow, but.
And then there's room on the panel, so I figured, might as well not be greedy. And
nice. Yeah, so I just had to add my 2 cents. Yeah, and so many.
We wouldn't expect anything less, Mayo.
Yeah, because like I heard everyone talking about European Association football, and I was like, ding, 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 ding. Why did you bake me to come on?
Like,
So a lot of people don't realize that. Well, a lot of people just pay attention to English Association football after the year 1992 and forget that they were playing association football for the previous 150 years.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's a lot of sports to be following. I wouldn't be able to keep up. I guess, though, that's because it's not a personal interest. But
I catch what I can. I don't follow all of it.
No, I'm talking about people inside of their own home country, England.
Oh.
Forget they were playing professional football for the previous 150 years.
Going down
because the only reason clubs like Liverpool are still famous is because they won majority of their titles before the EPL was called the EPL, when it was just the first division, but they realized that was a crappy name, so they had to market themselves as something else.
I like Liverpool. It's one of my favorite teams.
You done your bag, Cliff?
Yep. I'm complete.
Nice. I'm last couple pieces. Those first 3-4 bags were pretty intricate little build. A little bit more than I found the Ecto one. Or
yeah, it definitely
it helps when you open all the bags too.
It sure does.
Just saying.
Oh, you got to keep her entertaining.
Well, I would have said to Mikey J, but he's gone now. People from his generation may prefer sports from the 80s and the 90s, but today's athletes are bigger, faster, stronger, and more disciplined. The only reason people say that basketball used to be more physical back in the 80s and the 90s was only because the fouls were harder and because they were more ill disciplined. That is literally the only reason why people say that basketball isn't tough anymore. However, Click and Cliff and Eric would probably know this. The NFL has literally changed rules to make the game softer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made it wussy ball now.
And my biggest pet peeve is years ago they eliminated in the roughing the passer rule. They eliminated the clause in a tackling motion, so you don't even a pass rusher on defense doesn't even have to tackle the quarterback to be roughing him anymore. They can just do a hip and shoulder. They could do a tripping. They could just do they can even back away from being in a tackling motion, but still bump chests with each other, and that still be roughing the passer, which is wrong in my opinion. It should be a tackling motion, but they got rid of that clause years ago. So now you see more roughing the passes than ever.
Maybe I'm all right.
And honestly, it sickens me. Because it just adds more grey area.
There's a reason why they changed
no one likes
it.
to see grey area.
People getting hurt?
Yeah. I mean, they used to go after quarterbacks like hardcore.
How it should be.
His quarterback get paid the most money usually?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd hit him the hardest too. I'd go after him the most.
I mean,
they know what they're getting into when they signed up.
Well, yeah, but
earn their millions.
They needed to protect the whole entire asset of the team.
That's true, and the sport.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, a lot of these rules exist to prolong the lengths of the players' careers, and who lobbied for all of that? The Players Association. What do a lot of players in a lot of American sports leagues embody? Load management.
When they change the rules, does it significantly take away from the entertainment value of the game?
Sometimes, because particularly in baseball is boring as hell because
it always was.
the general manager has so much power in Major League Baseball that they have the nerve to tell the manager in the dugout what to do and not let him do his job.
Interesting. Yeah, baseball's pretty slow paced. It's a good picture of film.
And it's slow pace and it's boring because the teams have embodied analytics so much that they try to make the game as efficient as possible, and efficient baseball is boring baseball.
So, hey, sorry to interrupt the sports stuff, but I do have to jump off because I've got to get some sleep for Good Morning Brick World.
I hear you on that. Thanks for hanging out and building the DeLorean. Much fun.
Yes, thank you for putting this together. I'll build a little offline so I'll be caught up for Tuesday. We're bag 4, right? Is what, like, finished bag 4? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yep, you bet.
Okay, cool. And then I'll send it invites and stuff for Tuesday. So it's Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. But I'll send out everything to everybody. So
okay, that's kind of your standard time, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'll look forward to it and we'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, perfect. Thank you for doing this. Bye, everybody.
later,
Bye,
Amber.
everybody in chat.
Yep.
Bye.
Early access on Patreon.
Oh my god, you're a beast, man. Oh my god.
I said that because I dropped a new one, Mark.
All good.
Here we go.
Perfect timing. I like it. You just slide them in, Mail. If you had to take any position on a battlefield, I'd say you're the sniper.
I want to give him a t-shirt that says like Mr. Subliminal. You know what I mean? He's just like he sneaks them in so fast.
Well, no, I say that because not everyone checks their social media every single day.
I know.
I'm bad for that.
What's going in the chat?
So what are you building next, Mail, or what have you been working on?
Well, I'm doing a Ninjago month right now, and I just got done. I did of all the sets I had, I decided to divide them up into 3 categories. So in part 1, I did the play sets. In part 2, which was yesterday, I did the mechs. And next week I'll be doing the big vehicles. So I'll be doing the Overlord Dragon and the Boulder Blaster, and then on part 4 I'll be hosting the sorting party. And Jay said, Titanium Jay said that most likely he'll be taking apart some of his Ninjago sets that he's not using right now. And he said that he's got a whole bunch of Ninjago minifigure accessories that he's got to sort away.
Because you got the City of Gardens, don't you?
I'll be building the Ninjago City Gardens when I get to 700.
Gotcha. Okay, saving that one for a milestone.
Yeah. Because that'll take longer than a month to build.
Yeah, unless you throw down some more long ass live streams.
And
you doing another 24-hour anytime soon?
No, I'm not going to do another 24-hour probably until next year before I go to Brickvention. If enough Australians want to say hello to me at Brickvention, otherwise I'm not going to Brickvention.
That'd be fun.
Well, Macro, I'm going to get off here too.
And so if anyone wants to sign up for the sorting party, just
appreciate it, Cliff.
And I'll send you one.
All right, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, I guess I'll see you Tuesday night.
Tuesday for sure.
All right. Bye.
Peace out. Yeah, that means Monday. I better make sure I get a bunch of my stuff done Monday. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I was trying to plan some stuff out in my head. That should work. Craziness. My job sometimes is so up and down. One week it's like 1 or 2 days a week, and then like the next week it's like 8 days in the week. It's like, dude, why can't you just space it out normally?
Really?
But easy. Well, I might jump off here too. I appreciate you guys hanging out, but we got our bags done. We got our goal achieved. I've been kind of sitting in the basement hiding from my wife all day, so I should probably go spend some time with her.
Yeah, and I've got to go back to doing homework.
Yeah, get her done so you can hang out in Good Morning Brickworld mail.
I've got 5 million streaming services to watch, so
there you go. Magic's moving parts, one stud at a time. Well, how long does it take to build a modular then that way?
This way, it's gonna take me a total of 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
From like 9 p.m. at night to 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's a process. So
no doubt. Well, thanks for coming on and doing some of that process. Even
hey, no problem. Yeah, hopefully I can get this where you guys can see how I'm actually building it. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. So
nice. Well, Magic Sets is coming out in what, 3 weeks? You say?
This one. Well, I got about 5 bags left. So hopefully by the end of next week it should be done.
Nice. The end of next week, maybe a little grace there. Give them an extra day or two and go check her out, folks.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Right on. Mayo, we know you got to get her in, bro. What's coming up next?
Well, really just Ninjago month. Also, I'm going to be doing a premiere of the scene from my last 24-hour live stream where we all laughed at the castle tier list.
Nice. And if you guys got Lego to sort, hit Mayo up. He'll send you a link, sign up, get her done, and hang out instead of just being bored by yourself while you're sorting some bread.
And I fixed the Google Docs so that when people click the link, they are an editor now. I found what was wrong with it.
Right on. Well, I got one thing to play because I'm just kind of curious on how YouTube will respond to this general and what kind of emails they're going to send me. So as we ditch out, again, thanks everyone in chat. Much appreciated.
Have a good night.
Blast, and sorry I didn't get to read everything.
Bye, guys.
In other news, officials at the Pacific Nuclear Research Facility have denied the rumor that a case of missing plutonium was in fact stolen from their vault 2 weeks ago. A Libyan terrorist group had claimed responsibility for the alleged theft.
You're missing the big picture here. If time travel were possible, it would be the greatest ethical and philosophical conundrum of the modern age. If you had that kind of power, what would you do? What would you change? Time travel. Great Scott.